I've been in a hurry since I don't know when. Gotta bring it on back, start over again. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace, the kind where a guy like me wins a race. Yeah, slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, bring it on back to a nice old pace, the kind where a guy like me wins the race. Well, I got me a woman, yeah, she's better than most. Yeah, I get the space I need to really cut loose. Yeah, she slows it on down to a nice old pace, the kind where a guy like me wins the race. You slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace, the kind where a guy like me wins the race. You slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace, the kind where a guy like me wins the race. Yeah, slow it down. Slow it on down, guys. Good vibes only to you. Always good vibes. Always good vibes only to all of my beautiful people out there. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Good vibes,
morning.
good vibes. Good morning, man. Good morning. Yeah, I'm gonna tighten up on the schedule there, man, cause I was thinking this morning. I was like, man, I make myself a liar every time I say that, and then don't come on at 10 o'clock. And I'm gonna stop doing that. We're gonna come up with a time that you can live with, I can live with. We can both hear when we get started, because the only way that I can keep doing it is to do that. Because it seems like I'm getting too laxed in like saying, okay, we're gonna be here 10 to 1, then I'm not here till 20 after, and then if I got it scheduled for 10, then I don't go live till 10:35, and I don't like it when people do that, so I'm not gonna do that.
Tell me if that microphone is hanging in front of that camera again. Is it?
Yes,
Okay.
I see the shadow again. Yep, right there. See, I thought that was a shadow last night, or I would have said something.
Yeah, no.
I really did, because the
It's
way your
somebody.
light was shining, it looked like a shadow. So I'm like, well, he knows it's there. It's you know. Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I'm a few minutes behind. That was my fault. I actually thought that I had it. I had this one scheduled. I thought, but it was actually not scheduled. I thought I scheduled
Yeah.
it last night, but I didn't. So I had to come in and do that again. And then I was sitting here thinking, I'm one of them kind of people, I'll get pissed. And I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm like, guy, every day of your life, you've been making yourself a liar. And I'm like, man, that's so true. It starts with little things. If I say I'm gonna be here at 10, I'm gonna be here at 10. If I say I'm gonna be here at 10:30, I'm gonna be here at 10:30. Oh, because that's what makes the difference.
Well, that's
And
what you do, right? And
that's what
you
I do. Yeah, that's what I do. I can't expect it from anybody else. But what I can say is that if I say I'm gonna be here at 10 from now on, I'm gonna be here at 10. We're gonna figure out a time though. We're gonna come up with a time by Friday that we can live with and that we can set in stone so that I can make a solid commercial. I can make a solid ad to run, and know that I'm not making. Well, I'm not just making me a liar, I'm making you a liar too. If I'm saying this time, or you're saying this time or this time, and we're not, then we're starting off on a bad foot, in my opinion. So, it's easy enough for us to figure out what times. I kind of like 10 to 1, but 3 hours is a long run. 3 hours is a long run on a Monday through Friday basis.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to do
And night
after
as well.
shows, if you're going to do
Yeah.
double.
That's
Now,
the,
if we're,
that's the
you
kicker.
know,
That's the kicker because there's a fine window in between there and your, other business. You got
pushing too much, because it's like
Right.
you got to have other time for other things.
Yeah.
And right
Yeah.
now, it's like I don't mind this time. I don't mind doing both, but I do mind making myself into not being a man of my word.
No, because you're right. It's an easy slip. It starts with one thing, and then it starts. You know. What
Well,
I mean?
it starts out at 5 after, then
Yeah.
it's 10 after,
Yeah.
then it's 15 after, and I don't like that. I'm just being honest.
Balance
I don't
is
like it.
important because it's like It's,
Well, no, because then the next thing you know, okay, it's 11:45 or it's 10:45. Then it's
Yeah,
11,
no.
and I'm not
Not
going to do
happening.
that.
Not happening.
I'm not going to do that.
Well, anyway, aside of that, how are things in your neck of the woods?
Oh, it's always good vibes here, man. I'm just trying to get used to the whole idea that when I go outside, I may not have to have 35 pounds extra clothes on.
Isn't that refreshing?
Oh my God, dude! Man, we went out to the lake last night, and we didn't catch nothing, but went out there, and it just felt so good for it. Only lasted about an hour.
Yeah.
But about an hour's worth,
that
I was like,
hour
I don't
was
even
heaven.
need a hoodie.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, yeah.
I walked around in a t-shirt. I almost put shorts on yesterday.
Yeah, well, no, I didn't even, I ain't gonna lie, that didn't happen. That didn't happen here. I didn't come close to that or nothing. But I did come close to maybe getting one more layer on off, because there's another few layers on underneath here that ain't been off all winter yet. So
Fair
time
enough.
for an oil change. But no, it's funny how it's like, even though it was cold last night or cold yesterday evening while we was out there,
Yeah.
after the sun kind of went down, you can just tell the difference. You can just feel it. It's just like, okay, I feel the spring in the air. It's like,
I
okay,
find this. It smells sweeter or something.
it smells
Like there's-
good and it just feels good and just,
I know you didn't catch anything, but you get any bites?
no, no.
Nothing?
I'll tell you what, though, it was so big. I mean, there was a lot of people. There was a lot of, I'd say before we even got there was probably a bunch of people there. And where, it might have just been the time. I don't know. You know how that goes.
yeah, for
Sometimes you go out there and they jump out and they land in your net. And
my
then
God.
sometimes,
Well,
I ain't had that
frustrating
quite
when
happen
you have
yet.
them jumping around.
I haven't quite had that happen yet. But I mean, it was close. It was
Did you
like
ever
that
see
far
the one,
away.
the guy on the boat? And I don't know where he is. I think he's somewhere in Louisiana. And there's so many fish. He's just driving the boat and they're jumping into
carp.
the boat. Is that
Carp.
what it is? Is that
Yeah.
what it is?
Yeah, man, and they're actually dangerous and they're invasive.
I know.
They-
They're not
yeah.
supposed to be there, right?
Yeah.
They're eating up
Yep.
everything that's there. And yeah, I heard it was quite a big problem. That was a few years ago. I heard that.
Good morning, Desi. I see you. Good morning, Jimena. Good morning, Miss Tracy. We were getting going. We were just having a open dialogue about. I personally just do not like every day being late, and I find myself doing that too often, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna make a change, and we're gonna make a change. We're gonna come up with a time that is suitable. If we say 10 to 1, then when 10 o'clock rolls around, I'm gonna be hitting that button. If we say 10:30, then when 10:30 rolls around, that's when I'm gonna hit the button. And I don't mind it being a little different from time to time either. But my point is like if we say at 10:15, then if I'm not careful, it'll be 10:20.
Yeah.
If
Locking in a slot. That's what.
yeah, like if you say you're gonna, if you say it's gonna be like if you have, what I'm saying is like when I come in here and I push a schedule on this thing, and I schedule it for 15 after. Then I'm going to just make it a habit that at 15 after I'm hitting that live button because it just makes me look.
Yeah.
I know it's not a big deal, but for me it's a big deal. It's like it makes me look like a liar every day.
If it makes you feel a certain way, then you got to do something about it. That's all.
But I just know how aggravated I get if it happens to me somewhere else. I'll wind up going somewhere. I'll be like, well, shit,
good point.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. So that's how I feel about it. I was like, guy, you gotta stop doing that.
You're not wrong there. That's a very good point. Like there's hardware stores that I won't go to because like. Like you got to get someplace to get to your job.
Dude. If you say you're gonna open at 9, then if I'm here at 9, I want the door open at 9.
Like
not 9:15.
You're ready to ring stuff through.
Yeah, I'll drive 45 minutes out of my way.
Just
because I ain't waiting 5 more minutes on you.
Exactly.
I seen you open the door and then you turned around and locked it. You could have left it open.
Yeah, I didn't see you. You looked me straight in the eye.
You looked me straight in the eye, dog. We have one of them moments. Don't lie to me.
I know you felt it too.
I felt something. I know you felt something. Don't you lie to me. Hey, but I mean, it really does start with small things. And with something like this, for me, it's like we've put too much time and effort in to start letting ourselves. Well, I can't speak for you. I can speak for me though. I know how I'm getting. I know what I did this morning.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I did. And I don't like doing that. I put myself in a spot. Well, and yesterday morning, the morning before, for many mornings now, I keep pushing. Okay, I'll be on at 5 after, and then I find myself not really ready by 5 after, coming in here close to 5 after, and then having to try to get, and then waiting, and then it'd be 10 after, 50, and I find myself doing that on the regular. It's not just once in a while, and I'm like, man, I'm creating a bad habit.
Yeah.
And creating change is about identifying problems and solving them. And for me, that's a problem, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna do something about it.
It's good you've identified it and you're willing to make the change, right?
Yeah, because if you push it on here, like you got the same kind of program I got. You schedule it. Well, then all you got to do is hit that button at that time, and you come on. So you have really no excuse unless there's something wrong, unless there's a problem. And there ain't been a problem that I can't do it. It's been a habit I'm creating, and I don't like that. My comfort level gets up, and then it's like, okay, I can wait 5. No, I can't. There's people waiting on me. There's people waiting on us, and no, you can't keep. And if you keep doing that, then you create an inconsistency right off the rip for us, and I don't like that.
That's true, and it brings me to another point: procrastination. Only humans do this.
I'll wait 5 more minutes.
I gotta fucking blah blah, or sorry, I gotta do whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then you're, it's easy, but regimented.
You start slipping. You start letting yourself slip into terrible habits that you don't really mean. No. It's not like it's a big deal because it's really up to us when we hit the thing. But for me, it's like, no, man, it's scheduled on here. It's posted on my public page, and then I'm not really on here. That makes me look bad in this world. And in the YouTube world, whether it's a big deal or not, it's like, well, he said he was going to be on the 10th. Well, let's go somewhere. Let's scroll through and see what else is going on.
Well, we know what to do. We know what to do now. So.
Yeah. When you hit the thing, if you schedule it for 10:15, then just go up there at 10:15 and hit the thing.
Boom.
And you go with it. That's what I'm saying is like, it's not really about the time. It's about the fact that, man, you schedule it out. And then I'm like, God, you can't even be.
It is important because I know, like, when we first started doing it, I didn't really know how to do that. So, like, what I was doing was just stream through StreamYard to whatever. And then, like, it would say, though, that it was live, right? But it wasn't live.
Yeah.
And then there'd be a bunch of comments going, like, why isn't it streaming to your page, or why isn't it whatever? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know why, but it's a good point, because if you're not there, people are like, oh, you're supposed to be.
Well, because it's so easy to scroll past.
Well, yeah. Like,
you know what I'm saying? It's so easy.
Getting hard to find people.
Or you invite people to start saying, Well, they don't never show up on time.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Don't start spreading that rumor around.
well, I'm gonna tell you, if you don't want a rumor spread, don't give it credence.
Well, you're talking about it right now. So next subject.
Yeah, yeah, I am. So that you can call me out from now on if I'm not when I say I'm gonna be, because I've identified a problem I don't like.
Well, I can do that for you. No
You know what
problem.
I'm saying? That'll be
That's
one of them
just-
things. Hey, if I'm not on here, I won't be held accountable. I want people to
But
be
we're
like, "Hey,
also
dude, you said
gonna
he's
we're
gonna be
also
here."
gonna keep ourselves on a better chain for nighttime because we can go like
You can't keep doing you.
we
It's,
can't
it's,
keep doing 3.5 hours.
No.
And then,
It's
like,
fun
eat
and everything,
it's
but-
a lot. That's the problem. It's so much fun. Like, which shouldn't be a problem, but it
it's-
really is.
It is.
And then
it
you're
is.
like, oh, it's 1:30. I gotta eat something. I
Yeah,
gotta
you
go to
can't-
bed. Gotta
yeah,
get that
dude.
kid to school in the morning. Gotta, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah. keep
Yeah,
her
you
together.
can't do that. So,
No.
you know, I feel you. I know it's the excitement for me and just learning new things. But now that we got a handle on it, we really do need to spend some time. You need to soul search, and I need to soul search and come up with real times that we can be like, hey, these days, whether it be a couple days or 3 days, we go live in the evening times as you know, time progresses, so that maybe that becomes a little bit of a schedule thing, but not so hard on it. Not because you can't do it every day. There's no way. There's no way.
We've
I
tried.
can't do it.
Lord
I can't
knows
do
we've
it.
tried.
Not staying till 1 or 1:30.
Oh,
Like
no.
if we did a good, like if we
9
were,
to 11. Or
I can
something
tell
like
you,
that,
if
know?
if we were better about saying, okay, we're going to go from 9 to 11, and then at 11 actually stop.
Well, usually that's when we start saying we're gonna stop, and then
See, we need to come on at 9 and start saying bye to everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
And then by 11, we'll be ready to wrap it up, call it an evening, and be out of here because I'll be honest with you, man. I will not,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not going to sacrifice my normal schedule. And my normal schedule is I get up about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I go till about, 11. And then that's about the latest that I ever can really go on a normal schedule.
That's normal, though, right?
You
Like,
know, that's my
actually-
normal run. And this whole idea of like me sleeping or me missing a schedule or something like that, I do not like that. And I don't live my life. Well, nobody, you can't live your life that way. I can't live my life that way. Because I got other things. So we'll discuss, like, I'm thinking like there's a 3-day window there that we could do it to give us a break in between days, and we could figure out 3 days where we could start having our evening jams and just come on and jam and just come on and play and just have fun and laugh and
That's what
good
I'd
vibes
like,
and
I'd like to have. Like, remember when we first started doing it there?
back in the day,
Yeah,
back
in
when
the
men
day.
were men and sheep run scared. I remember them days. Yeah.
And,
back in a long time ago.
Oh, it was a long time
long-
ago.
yeah,
it was
long-
a good couple hundred hours at least.
long time ago. Yeah.
A couple hundred for sure. And
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
been a couple hundred.
William would come on. And,
Long time ago.
oh, all the people that used to come on the show. It was
Yeah.
good times.
Yeah, it was good times back then.
We were a
No,
lot
but I
younger.
mean, hey, we make light, and I got to just say this out loud. I'm holding myself accountable. I'm holding myself accountable because I did this morning. I sat here for a second, and I let myself get a little bit upset with myself. I'm like, now, guy, look, it starts with small stuff, and you're allowed. I was in here and ready.
Yeah.
It was time to go on, and instead of me going on, it was like, well, let me go see if the dog wants in, or let me go get me another cup of coffee, and it's like, nah, dude, because that's one of those things, like, that turns into 5 minutes to 10 minutes to 15 minutes to 30, and then I'm like, well, wait a minute, I'm doing this every day now. I'm doing this every day. I'm saying I'm going to be on it this time, and it's 10 minutes past that time, or it's 5 minutes past that time, and I don't like that.
No.
I don't like it when I tell you I'm going to be at your house to pick you up for work. Hey, when I pull up in your driveway, I want your hind end walking out the
Yeah,
door.
you
I'm
better
not
be at
coming
the
up
end of the
knocking.
lane. You better
I'm
be at
not
the end of the
calling.
lane, I'll tell you that.
I'm not
Yeah.
doing that. And I feel the same way on here, man. It's the only way to hold yourself accountable is just to be like, okay, I'm going, hey, I see you're released to the grease.
Nice.
Howdy, my new friend. This is Guy and Shine 10 to 1. We was just sitting here talking about our schedule and about holding yourself accountable, and I was holding myself accountable for allowing. It's as easy as me just scrolling up here and going boom and hitting that button and going live, and I allow myself to wait another couple minutes, another 5 minutes, because I gotta go get this, or I gotta go get that, or I gotta go get me another drink. And I could have got me a drink, come in here, been ready, hit the button, and not do that,
Well,
and that's a bad habit.
now you're aware of it. Now you've made it public, and now you've created a boundary.
You
Right.
have to
So
create that change, man.
that's exactly it.
But it
So,
also does come down to, now we've been going at it hard, and everybody gets that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
but the people that aren't a part of everything so far, they don't get that, and we have to
No.
keep that's consistency there. And it's as easy as us coming up with a better schedule
That's
for
it.
ourselves,
So that's
being
what
more
we're gonna do.
accountable.
That's
Oh,
what we
dude. This staying up till 1:30 and then me give it. Hey,
it's
hey,
for the
I ain't gonna
birds.
lie.
It's
Hey,
for the
I'll get
birds.
too old for that crap. I like, hey, golly.
2
Golly, I
hours
should have
sleep.
started my pot of coffee before I laid down, and then I could have had my coffee ready
It's
when
not
I
really
got
even-
up,
you
man.
don't even really get to sleep. It's just kind of a comatose.
Oh no, I
effect.
just get to lay there and stew in my misery and be mad because I got it. Like, this ain't gonna work. I'm like, this ain't gonna work. I don't like it. This ain't gonna work. But I love playing. That's the thing, is when you love doing what you're doing. The next thing you know, 2 hours is gone.
Well, that-
3 hours is
The
gone.
last 2 nights, that's what's happened. I was like, okay, it's 9:30, and I told my wife, I was like, yeah, I'll be done around 11, and she just goes, yeah, right, and then walks away. I'm like, no, for sure, tonight, you know? No,
yeah, oh,
not
no.
even good. Looked up, it was 12:29 a.m.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh,
I know.
Here
I
we
know.
go again.
I gotta stop it. We gotta stop. We
we're
have to
gonna
stop.
stop it. We're
Well,
gonna-
for the sake, because I'm gonna tell you, this is
Well,
this
your
is
health-
where I
it's not
feel
good
like
for
our
health. It's not
our
good for
bread
health.
and butter is here, and I don't want to sacrifice quality over quantity. And I feel like that by staying up late, not having the time to invest in this show and other things that I need to have done. I need a schedule so that I can
there's
have a
life.
proper ad to run, so that I can do proper things like that. And without that, I feel like I'm letting myself down. It's like, now I promised myself I was going to do things differently, and I'm seeing myself fall into that same category of what I see a lot of others do that I feel they go wrong with. And
Well, I'll
it's
tell you, for me personally, like it's the same thing that's got me into trouble and the same thing that's kept me on the right path, and it's called the routine, right? So as long as I keep myself to that routine, then I'm fine, right? Like whatever it is. But the routine can't be, oh, play till 2 in the morning. You know what I mean? Like that can't be in there. It just doesn't equate to all the other things that have to happen. So
well, you can't do it. You can't do it. For me, I can't do it and sacrifice the quality
no,
over
never.
what I'm able to do
Never.
with what I've
Should
really
give them
signed
some
on for.
quality now. Maybe the people want to hear a song after hearing us garber on about this for so long.
I think it's a good conversation myself, and it's
Me
worthy of
too.
hearing.
Me too.
And you know, I'm one of them kind of people, when I have something to say, I feel like it's worthy of saying, I'm gonna say it. You're right. But yeah,
Well, we can come back to it. You know what I mean?
definitely
we can
accountable.
keep talking about
Release
this
to
all
the
day.
grease. I appreciate you being here. Thank you, my new friend. I just came over and seen you, and I see that my reaching out, it's working. And I thank you for showing me that. Every day I'm seeing that, and I appreciate it, because I do put in time and I put in effort before and after to come and see people, and I thank you for giving
put
us a
in
chance.
loads of time. See, that's the
I
other
appreciate
thing
it.
too. You're on here, you're doing this, plus you're all over the place, right? Like what I mean is like you're meeting lots of people. That takes a load of time. Plus you got a family, right? Plus you got whatever.
Indeed.
So,
Indeed.
You know what I mean? Like I get it, and you got a plan. I just don't want you to be too hard on yourself, because that's, you know what I mean. You got to.
Well, now don't take it as that, for sure. I'm not being too hard on ourselves, because I don't take myself too seriously. I just know that if you don't call out the little tiny things
They'll
and
become
get
big
it
ones.
took care of, then they turn in 5 minutes turns to 10 minutes, 10 minutes turns to 20, 20, 30, and it's like, nah, we're not going to do
I
that.
told my son the other day, I was like, listen, buddy, because he's dealing with, similar things, just in his way, right? with schedule and balance and just not going to bed on time and just being resistant, like, you know, part of the deal. And I told him, I was like, buddy, I was like, good or bad, you know, whether it or big or small, like if it's good or bad, it's gonna be a little small things that become big bad things, right? And vice versa for the good. So you get to choose, and ultimately, you know, like I kind of had to have the talk with him because school right now he's not, you know, he's getting to that age, and I kind of hit it around that time too, where I was like, I don't even see the point in this, and like you can't say that to your kid as a parent, right? You try not to anyway, because there is a point to being there. It's just there's certain courses he doesn't like doing, so
Yeah.
you know what I mean. It's like, buddy, sometimes you just got to put on the face and do it. You know what I mean? And part of that is making sure that you eat right, you sleep right, you know what I mean, like the basics. Because if not, then he gets sick, and then he's home, and then that's another thing. So you know, I guess that's kind of applicable. Well, it's applicable to everybody. Routine I've seen help more people than not. I'll say that. That's why it's so effective. In the
Indeed, I
military.
agree with that. I agree with that. And being a person of your word all the way down to the minute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how I carry it anyway. I see you, Miss Patty. Yes, I think release. Indeed. Indeed. It's worthy of talking about. I think it's something that applies just in not on here, in life in general.
Yeah.
In life in general. Just like picking up somebody for work. I learned that lesson right off the bat is create good habits. And I can create the
Yeah.
good habit when I'm the one that's giving the ride. Then once I leave you there,
Yeah.
then I've created some change, because next time you ask me for a ride and I pull up in the driveway, you'll find out I ain't waiting on you to get out of the shower. You knew I was gonna be here at 10 after. I'm not waiting on you to get out of the shower.
No.
I'm not gonna make myself late because you
And
can't
you're
get
already
yourself
doing
out
a
of bed.
favor by giving this, you know, whoever. a
Yeah,
ride.
dude. Hey, that's the way it was. Like, hey, yo, how you
No,
doing?
it's
How
like
you
I'm
doing?
slowing down to 20. You jump in
I
the
ain't doing
box.
it. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. It makes me mad. I'll be like, nope, nope.
Last ride you get, son.
Yeah,
Oh,
hey,
no,
because
I'll
I'm
be
a
here
coffee
first thing
stop.
in the
Hey,
morning.
you start messing into my coffee stop area and
We're
like my
done.
time to mess around
We're
before.
done.
Hey, I'm out, man. Yeah,
I've
yeah, yeah. I
done
got
worse
things I
things
have
for-
to do in order to get started, and
I've
you're
done
messing
worse
up that
things
time.
for less, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, dude. I got to be able to stop at the store and get my coffee. I got to be able to.
I don't think you understand the system that happens in here.
Yeah, you start messing around with that, then the next thing you know, I'm throwing stuff at
Karate
you.
kicks and
Yeah,
stuff.
hey, dude, I'm in here doing a bunch of activities, and I don't like getting like that.
So many
So-
activities.
So many activities. Hey, I get to just like mad as hell. Be mad all day over 5 minutes. Be like, God, hey, have you ever had one of those mornings? So I despise it. You wake up, and for me, I would wait. I was always up an hour or two early. But there would be those times where you would wake up about 30, 40 minutes early. Now, I had plenty of time to get my stuff together, and I did. But then all morning I would feel rushed. Though I wasn't rushed, I would feel rushed because I messed up my routine and I didn't get up when I normally get up, and then I feel like I'm in a hurry all day.
Oh, I've had
and you're
many
not.
of those, my friend. Yes, I have.
You're not.
No, but it's,
I'm telling you guys, I get up in the morning. Y'all are witnessing it for yourself. That's why I named this channel what it is named. It's called Creating Change for a reason. And I'm telling you right now, I get up in the morning sometimes and I reach a crossroads and I have to make a decision. And that's the way that it is. And most of the time the decisions are simple but true. It's like, okay, I'm sitting here talking to I was having one of those self-talks with myself before you ever chimed up down in the bottom, and I'm like, guy, you know, it's as simple as just hitting that button when you come in and say that, because I was thinking about, like, all week you did this. All week you said that you're going, and then you were 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late, or you scheduled it 5 minutes later than you said, or 10 minutes, and I was like, I even spoke on it.
well,
I don't like that. It's
let me ask you, like, is that because I'll ask you the question first. Is that something that like you would have picked up on and corrected, say, 10 years ago?
No.
That quickly?
no.
Me neither.
No,
Me neither.
actually, what I would have done is I would have kept getting worse.
Me too.
I would have kept, it would have been 5 minutes later,
That's
5 minutes later,
That's
then the
huge
next thing you
growth.
know, it's at 11 instead of 10, and then
Exactly.
it'd been 5, and then the next thing you know, it's at 12 instead of. It's like that's the way it would have been. It's truly the way it would have been. Uh, yeah, you're 15 minutes late. Elevated Einstein. I'm telling you, man. Well, it's just the way it is. It's the way it is. But hey, Miss Patty. Hey, Morgan. See you. Released to the grease. Thank you very much for giving us a chance. My name's Guy. This is Creating Change. Good vibes. Good vibes only. We're honest here, but it's always good vibes and respectful. I was just having a self-talk moment this morning before I come on because we've been going at it hard, and I know you guys all know that. We've been really, really going at it, trying to build a little group of people that we enjoy being with, but also just trying to learn how to do some of this stuff. But I was thinking this morning, I was like, okay, now, Guy, every day you say this Guy and Shine 10 to 1, Monday through Friday. So every day, in a little way, you make yourself into a small bit of a man not of his word, because every day you say 10 to 1, but every day you schedule a live stream for not at 10. It's at 10:05. It's at 10:10. It's at 10:20, and I don't like that. So
Yeah.
if I say I'm going to be on from 10 to 1, then from now on I'm going to come in here and I'm going to hit it. Otherwise, I'm going to advertise for 10:15. And if I put it at 10:15, then I'm going to come in here and hit the button, because it's that simple. And I was thinking about my excuses this morning.
Oh, see,
I went and refilled my coffee.
Yeah.
I had that much coffee. I had that much coffee, which was plenty. But no, I needed that much.
Mm-hmm.
I had. My dog was fine. He wants to be outside, but my mind is like, well, let me go check on. I could have done all that 5 minutes before. Come in here, set my hound down, hit the button, and been going. And instead, I allowed myself to do that. And I'm like, Guy, you got to call it out. And the way that I do it now is right in front of everybody. That way I'm accountable now. Mm-hmm. I've said it. I've spoke it. Now you're going to see me put it to action, because when I put a live stream up and I schedule it, I'm going to hit it.
It is, like it's a trickle down effect too. Because I mean, I'll tell you this. I know when I first started working construction, like if it was a 6 o'clock start time, you better have your ass with the tool belt on the ladder at 6 a.m. Right? Like you didn't show up at 6 a.m. You know what I mean? And now, like, I see it a lot over the past, like, 10 years in particular, ever since the lockdown, that, like, things either close earlier or they're not open on a day they're supposed to be, or the people just don't show up for work. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. At least up here, I can speak to where I'm at. And, man, it frustrates me because, like, sometimes you only have that 15 minutes to get to wherever it is you got to get whatever it is you need done or whatever you require. So if I show up and I know that place is open at 5 and it's 4:45 and you're closed up and I can see the shopkeeper inside, I'm going to tell you, I go like red, like just lose my mind, because now that means I have to come back, especially if it's something you can only get at one place, which usually seems to be the case.
Well, this is the whole thing. I know the little bit of time that I had in my life where that I guess I would have been that person that was people were looking to be in the lead, so to speak, or be accountable.
Yeah.
The one thing I figured out quick was that it's okay to be buddies and all that kind of stuff. But the example is taught by what you do. Yeah. And if I show up just on time, but actually don't start work for 10 minutes later than what I'm supposed to, then that's showing everybody that's on the job that that's the way that job works. Where therefore, if I show up 30 minutes early and I'm ready to work when starting time works, then that also gives me the power.
Correct.
Just like I say about this.
Yep.
It gives me the power to say, hey, fellas, when it's time to be work, let's be at work. Because I'm here, you can be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'll tell you, like in my experience with that too, like by being there, especially if you are in a leadership role, the guys see that, and it creates kind of a unique bond amongst the crew, in a good way. Right?
Sure.
Like I've had like some of the places I worked for in the past, they're like, we got to do something about morale around here. And I told them two things. I said, I'll have them there a half hour early, right? So we can talk and everybody, because it's important, you know who you're working with. It doesn't matter if you like them or not. Like, really, just you got to kind of know how each guy functions. And then on top of that, I said, give me a pack of hot dogs and a case of beer on Friday and I'll keep everybody happy. You know what I mean? It wasn't that hard. But if you start loosening the shoestrings, so to speak, yeah, she's going to fall apart on you. She will
Yeah,
every time.
I don't
Unless you
like
get
it. I don't like it just from a personal standpoint because I
No.
just know that I don't like being done that way on a small level, and I don't want to do others on that in that way on a small level. And most importantly, dude, I spent a lot of years doing everything I could, it seemed, to damage my fine family name.
Yes.
And these days, I'm doing everything I can to elevate my fine family name, and it starts with the little tiny things, and that's the way it is. Elevated Einstein, you're 100% right on that. If you're not 15 minutes early,
Early or late.
15 minutes late, I agree.
That's
I
right.
love that. Thank you, Miss Patty. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Release to the Grease. Thank you for being here, new friend. Appreciate you coming by.
Say that 5 times fast.
Oh.
Release to the grease. Release to
Yeah,
the
man,
grease,
that ain't gonna. Yeah, that
release.
we might have to wait till the auction hour to do that. Elevated Einstein, thank you again, Mom Missy, thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
She says, "Good boys." Yeah, I know, Mom. I know you're sitting there thinking the same exact thing. That when you say you're gonna do something, do it, or just don't say it, and then you ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah, well, that's
Magic
a fact.
Healing, Amina.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, that was really, in all honesty, that's really what it come down to for me this morning was like, man, every day I make myself, like every day I'm doing this to myself. I'm making myself a liar because I'll say 10 to 1, but then I'll schedule a live stream for 10 after or 20. And I'm like,
Right. Well,
that's
why
not
I
cool.
asked you- but that's why I asked you the question, and that shows incredible growth because for myself as well, that's exactly why I asked it, man. Like once those patterns would start, I call it the downward spiral. That's my term for it. It just start with one thing, and then another thing, and then I would just make it 100 times worse. And then you're like, oh great, now we're here again, way down here,
dude.
and now I got to work my way back up again just to knock myself down again. Like,
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
so
dude.
it's like now, but at least like what I wanted to get to is like you caught that pattern quick. You know what I mean? Like you really did.
Yeah,
And-
well,
and
and it is a bad habit, guys. I mean, let's
is a
just
bad
be
habit.
honest.
It is a
It's
bad
not
habit.
cool.
You
It's
gotta
not
be on
cool.
time. You gotta be early. If not
Well,
on time.
and the amount of effort you spoke on it, the amount of effort that I feel like I put in of my own time on here, then yeah, I owe it to myself.
Yeah.
Like because there's not just and the money I spend.
There's no point
spend-
building
I
a building
spend-
if you're not gonna nail her together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. It ain't.
know,
I mean, I don't mind paying because this is a wonderful little thing that I love doing, and I don't mind paying my little bill, and I don't mind all that. But then at the same time, it's like I owe it to myself to hold myself accountable,
Yep.
and be like, nah. If you're not doing right, then daggone it. It's like, hey, I tell you what, this bill's on a schedule. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
they never miss one.
they never miss, and I'm
Very
not saying that
incredible.
that's a big deal. That little $50 ain't nothing to me. That's chump change.
yeah.
But what I am saying is like, okay, guy, if you're gonna pay a bill on schedule, then if you're gonna schedule this thing at a certain time, then hit the button. Hit the button, or don't schedule it at that. Don't tell
And
what
speaking
that
of
was.
hitting buttons, double tap that screen for
Yeah,
you
double
boys.
tap that screen
Hit
for
that
you
like
boys.
button. Share it
Yeah.
out should you care to do so.
Yeah, we would appreciate it.
We would love that.
Double shout out to Christo Flash, the double tap
I'm trying
king.
different voices.
The hit the like button king, buddy. You don't go into his chat.
He gets
Where-
it right away. I don't know how he
Dude.
gets it so fast. It's like I literally click in. He's like, double tap the screen for your boy. I was-
man,
I was trying to.
give me a minute.
He scared me and dropped it in
Give
the
me a
toilet
minute,
now.
man. I was getting ready to. Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, well, I can't do it
It's
no
like
fast.
flying
You
right at your
didn't,
hand.
you didn't even let me get in.
Oh, dude.
And you know what, man? But it comes down to, I have to say that, man, there's lots of times I'll go into people's lives and I'll forget to hit the like button until somebody reminds me in the chat or
Not
until somebody
anymore.
says
I got
it
his
or
voice
something.
permanently burnt into my brain every time.
Now
I go live.
oh yeah, dude. I don't even go in before I hit the like now. It's in my brain. Yeah, hit the like button. I
Yeah,
wake
at least
up
then
and
you
I'm
can
like,
say, already done.
hit the like button. Yeah, I'll wake up and stretch and be like, oh, hit the like button.
Like button.
Oh yeah, I'll be like, oh, y'all hit that like button for you fellas.
Like, share, subscribe.
That's I didn't
Like,
want.
share, subscribe.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Oh, goodness.
Wake up in the middle of the night in cold sweats and Guy and Shine 10 to 1, Monday through Friday, Eastern Standard Time.
You were just
Good vibes.
screaming, like, share, subscribe for hours.
Like, share, subscribe. Yeah,
mean,
double tap that
hours.
screen.
Just
Yeah.
walking around.
I'll wake up at them awkward times. Double tap the screen for you fellas.
He's sleepwalking, double tapping. And
Yeah. I go in to brush my teeth and I'm standing there looking at myself saying double tap that screen. For you fellas.
Boom, boom. Boy.
I'm hitting the mirror, be like, double
Why is
tap.
this computer working?
There's fingerprints all over.
I can see
It's like-
myself, but I can't see the interworld.
Yeah, I'm like, StreamYard said it would be mirrored like that. Double tap that screen for you, fella. I'm in there holding this big mirror trying to type on it. Like,
Why can't
howdy,
this
friends. Appreciate y'all being here.
That'd be a hilarious skit, just about, with a side
Thumbprint.
camera filming you. Like,
Thumbprints all over the mirror in there, man. Like, daggone, man. I didn't mean to do that.
Guy Bandy has officially lost his mind.
I'm telling you, dude. Hey, you do this stuff. I'm gonna go back through and I'm gonna look at all the lives that we've done, and I'm gonna get a figure on exactly how many hours of live streaming
Oh yeah.
over the past, I don't even know, since the 28th of January.
Yeah. It's been a minute now. Hasn't
It's
it?
dude, it's so many hours, bro, of like time on the screen for us. And, I mean, dude, and personal time, but just the time that we have on the page, I would like to see.
How many?
I bet it's
It's high.
It's high, yeah,
If you
dude.
go to YouTube, like you know how you can click on your analytics or whatever, and then if you hit, I don't know what the second thing is. I think it's the blue bar. Then it'll show you all your stuff. There's a way where you can slide it, and it'll show you how many like hours you dedicate.
I'm gonna go check it out and see.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious. I see you, Shangy girl. She says, Guy and Shine. Hey, Mr. Host. She says, hey, y'all fellas here in the chat.
Hey, y'all.
Howdy to you.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Light and local, Tracy, Miss Tracy, local learnings. Light and love to y'all. Have a blessed day. Thank you,
You as
Miss
well,
Tracy.
Tracy. Thank you.
You as well. Elevated Einstein's here in the house. Miss Patty Morgan, released to the grease. Appreciate you guys being here. This is Guy and Shine. Appreciate everybody. Shout out to Big Jack. Great interview with Dapper last night.
Yeah.
We were doing our live, but I did chime in and try to listen in between as best as I could. But I was there with you, Big Jack. Good job. Shout out to We Be Jammin'. Anybody that likes to play music or sing or whatever, then I encourage you to get a hold of Big Jack. He has his stuff on his page, but we're also going to play this promo so that you can see his website across the bottom. And it's just an outstanding experience. Me and Sean got to be a part of the first one.
The inauguration ball.
yeah,
The first one's
and-
there for it. So
Yeah, and he made it comfortable, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
was just super relaxed and super chill. So we just encourage you, if you feel like you would want to be a part of it, it's definitely worthy of your time. And he makes cool, you'll see, but he makes really cool promos, makes you look good, it just feels good. So
And he makes it like the other thing too. Like I think it's important because sometimes maybe you don't have the audio that you want. Like if you record songs or you do whatever, he'll play those as well.
Yeah,
as part
yeah.
of as part of the
true
thing.
that,
So,
yeah.
If you're worried about like the actual playing, you still get to talk about it and explain it, and then he'll
Yeah.
play it for you. So
Yeah, I
just so
forgot
you guys-
about that, but yeah, he'll do. You can do the pre-records if
Yeah.
you're more comfortable like that. Indeed,
Yeah.
indeed, or just yeah, because that's pretty cool for
It is.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
So shout out to you, Big Jack. We see you. We appreciate you. We appreciate what you do for Guy and Shine. We appreciate what you do for us personally. I thank you
Yes.
for your newfound friendship. I appreciate you. And the community appreciates you. So shout out to you. Good job last night with Brother Dapper. Shout out to you too, Dapper.
Yes, sir.
Get ready to groove to the rhythm of excitement as We Be Jammin' Live takes you on a thrilling musical adventure. With a spin of the wheel, our talented musicians spin into action, bringing you an unforgettable experience of music, energy, and entertainment. From classic hits to modern tunes, our talented artists will have you singing along and dancing to the beat. So, sit back, relax, and let the music take you on a wild ride. Do you have what it takes to be one of the 5 to be on the next We Be Jammin' Live?
There you
Shout
go.
out to you again, Big Jack. We appreciate you. This is Heavy Hitters Band. Big Jack's son is part of this band, and his son's friends, but they're outstanding musicians, and just they were part of the inaugural event along with Double Roses Twins. But yeah, just outstanding band, and we got this. Big Jack shared this with us of his son's band playing, and just excited to be part of their little journey, and we hope once again shouting y'all out. Holler at us. We'd like to have one or all of you or a couple of you on to talk about your music and what you got going on, and just hang out with Guy and Shine and just chill out. But we do evenings, and we do mornings we do the mornings for sure, and we do the evenings a lot. So if we could schedule something either which way and make it happen, man, we would love to have you guys on. So shout out to Heavy Hitters Band. Shout out to everybody here. 7 of you in the house. This is Guy and Shine, 10 to 1, Monday through Friday, Eastern Standard Time. Good vibes, everybody.
I'm a little drunk right now, but you would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now, but you would never know it. I'm a little messed up, or whatever you call it. I had your number saved and I thought, well, shoot, I might as well call it. You probably still with what's your name? Yeah, sure, of course you are. See, I don't care. I met a fine girl at the bar. Woman you will ever be. I think her name was Lena. Way too much tequila, was it or Serena? But anyway, I'm doing good. Great. Oh, by the way, your favorite band is gonna be in town, and I'm the whole day get delayed. And I know you gotta take it right up close there to the stage. And you hear about cancellation, just a studio Tanqueray. But you ain't asked who's opening up, but we're headlining is what they say. And now we're here standing face to face, screaming, I'm a little drunk right now. You would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now, but you would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now. You would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now. I'm a little insecure and I hate the bore. You already know it. I'm an undiscovered poet, performer with rockstar motives. Let me tell you something that not many people have ever noticed. But I'm scared of being vulnerable. And I'm scared of commitment, but obviously, yeah, whatever. Who is it? I bet if I called you, you'll be right at my spot in about 5 minutes. And you're going to delete this voicemail, God forbid your man think I'm in it. I'll say this to me, do not get offended, but I'm a little drunk right now. But you would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now, but you would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now. Oh, I'm a little drunk right now. I know you're doing your best to, but I won't let you forget me. I know you're doing your best to, but I won't let you forget me. I want you to know I can love myself
All right. Good vibes, everybody. Appreciate you guys being here. Shout out to every one of you. I appreciate y'all starting your day out with Guy and Shine 10 to 1, Monday through Friday, Eastern Standard Time. I see you surviving together. I see you. Hey, I seen your email yesterday too. I'm trying to get better about keeping more organized with my emails and stuff, but just know that I can make it happen unless I'm out. I will not call you from a remote location just because I don't appreciate it too much done to us and have all kinds of craziness going on. So when I can plant myself, we make a time, I will plant myself right here so that I can devote it to your show and not to trying to play with figuring out how to do something from somewhere I'm not comfortable with. So I'm just gonna but whenever you and I schedule that, then I will be there and I will make sure that that happens. But it's hard for me here where I'm at to do things on the fly because we don't have I have good service here. I have great, like if I'm planted right here, I'm good. But if I start trying to get on my phone and move around or go I might be able to call somebody, I might not be able to. I might have service for 2 minutes, I might have service for 20 minutes, and then it drops, and it's aggravating for me. Because like out at the lake, I would love to be able to like go live out there sometimes. And with this thing, I could, but dude, you can't have the service ain't good enough. If it was, it would be cool. But you got to walk around look crazy just to make a phone call most of the time. Like, hey, you hear me? Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me? You know what I'm saying? So, like when you call, I like being able to do the earbuds because then I could have my phone because I know where if I'm in the old part of my house that we've closed in. Now, just because we've closed it in, the old tin is still on the trailer on the original part. So it seems like when I'm in that section of my house, I don't get great. But if I'm in this section, the new section, this is the addition side, it's all just 2x4 framing, all that kind of stuff. It seems like I get better service, but I can put my earbuds in, leave my phone planted, and not move it around, and I do good. But if I'm moving around, then it's like, hey, can you hear me? Hey, Shai, you there?
It makes
you know
sense
what I'm saying?
Because we used to do that for server rooms. We'd like in between the walls, you put tin, and then you put like that chicken mesh stuff, so nobody could wirelessly enter the room. So that does that makes sense.
It does affect it. Like in there in the living room where we took the one wall out, in there where I sat at to watch TV. Now, it's iffy. You might get decent service or not. But right here where I'm sitting at, if somebody calls, it'll come through. If I'm trying to use my, that's one reason why I started out in here doing my videos. One is because I could set it up and kind of have it. But two, it was like, okay, I know. But then I realized, well, wait a minute, I got Wi-Fi. I realized, like, okay, that's not really the issue. I just need to make sure that my Wi-Fi is good and all this kind of stuff. But once again, it just comes down to, for me, surviving together, Miss Mac, it's important enough to me that we schedule a time so that I can plant myself and I can devote it to you and your channel, and you can ask me. I'm an open book. There's pretty much not anything in my life that I won't share with you because most of it's public record anyway. So I don't mind a bit. But yes, Miss Mac, it would be easy enough for us to be able to talk for a few minutes on a one-on-one basis. If you're ever available after one of these shows, I can drop the link and then me and you can have a FaceTime right here after one of the shows. It's not live. It'll just be a private chat between you and I. But we could do that as well if that would help to be able to work things out where we could talk about it. Because I have a hard time texting and doing the email bit, so it would help me if one afternoon or anytime, like even this afternoon, if you wanted to drop in for a minute or two and just have a conversation about, the day, the time, what you'd like to talk about, and it's easy enough to drop the link for you and you can chime in about in the show 1:00, and then you and I could have a conversation for a minute or two. But that's up to you whenever. So live tonight with guest Christy Robinson, trauma and autism. Okay, we see you there. Cool.
Yeah.
100% that works. That
Is it,
works too.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, then you just let me know one afternoon, any afternoon now that you've heard me say that, any afternoon that you say, "Hey, guy, I could talk to you for 5 or 10 minutes this afternoon after the show," then I'll see it, or me or Shine will see it. We'll drop. One of us will see that comment, and we'll drop the link so that you can chime in after the show, and you and I can have a FaceTime for a few minutes, thereabouts. But thank you, Miss Mac. I can't wait to be a part of it, and we'll definitely go in however you would like to approach it. I'm comfortable and just excited about being a part of it. But shout out to you, Desi. For me, it's videos on my full phone and 2 computers full they haven't gotten posted yet. Wow.
That's a lot of
Desi, I swear,
videos,
buddy,
bro.
and you got enough talent, bro.
Yes, sir.
Man,
Yes, you
I
do.
mean,
You
throw
do.
it out there, man, for real, dude.
Absolutely, man.
For real. And we do want you to try to come on one evening or one morning, whenever you
want.
can.
Yeah.
But we want you to try to come on in the capacity of maybe try to do like me and Sean do with us, like be able to have 3 of us on here and
Yeah.
somehow make it happen. But that's we're leaving that open for you, Desi, because you see that me and Shine tried. Don't always work out perfect, but it's fun. It
fun.
works.
It's a lot of fun.
It works. Now
We're
we
getting
didn't.
better at it too.
Yeah, like because when we first started doing anything like this, there was always that little second delay or like millisecond, enough of a delay. There's no way you could play music with each other. Not in my mind, because it's like, dude, it's too delayed. I'm half a second behind you. By the time I hear what you're doing, you're already moved on to something else.
Yeah.
But now, oh no, now.
Now. We're
Now
cool.
it's
We're
getting
cool.
easier.
Yeah,
It's getting
man.
easier. And I
Yeah.
think for me, my upgrade's going to be I'm going to get me a better set of headphones with more quality plug, because this little cord and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All that matters.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get me a better. I'm going to upgrade. I'll upgrade my microphone eventually. I know that that's going to be a costly endeavor, so I'm just going to wait. I like this one. It's great. Nothing wrong with it. But I'm going to upgrade and get me a really, really good,
Well, microphones are like phones now too. You know what I mean? Like they there's what do I want to say? So like Rode is like, not to push anybody out, but Rode microphones.
well, shout out to your boys, Rode, if you need to.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just saying,
You know,
while
I'm open for sponsors.
Didn't mean to cut you off, but please, go ahead.
But sponsorships are lining up. So
Yeah,
you'll
we
have to
are.
get to
Hey,
us
we're
quick.
here.
So we're just
You
saying
know,
that part.
Sure.
Yeah, you can.
one
Like
of you.
it took me about a year to save for mine. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I was like, that's the one piece I'm missing that I really needed. So
Well,
I took
yeah,
my
that's
time.
what I kind of realized. Like I was watching some of my favorite artists, and I was like, that's the one I see. Like it's like, okay, like they could take a phone and it would sound good either way.
Oh,
But
yeah.
what I mean is like, okay, I see they got an awesome microphone and I hear the difference. Like, man, it sounds delicious through there.
Crisp.
Yeah, and their voice sounds so. I don't know, but I'm getting me one. I'm gonna get me one of them. It may not be one like they had, because the one that they had probably out of my particular price range. But I'm gonna get me something similar.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
gonna get me something similar.
They got like the top one on the market right now for podcasting. I think it's between $350 and $500.
Well,
Which, I mean, it's not nothing. But
I don't
like,
know if the one I'm thinking about is I'm not thinking about particularly. I got myself set up. I think all right there. I'm talking about for like when I'm gonna sit down and play my guitar.
Oh yeah, that's sorry.
One of those
Yeah.
that sit up in the middle. That's got the not. I mean, they're.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one I want. I
yeah.
want one.
Yeah, got you.
You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
like because I got the
twist into the
camera.
bottom, and then you got your nice little push in the front.
Yeah,
that's what.
and the
this
way
one is,
that
yeah.
like I got it set up is like I could have a spot dedicated where I leave that microphone set, and then when we're going to play, then just have my camera and move, pan over to where that's at, and then be able to just move from here to there and sit down and jam and be able to sing and play. But then also too, I've been like, okay, now that I'm realizing how to use some of this stuff, like not just StreamYard, but just the computer in general. Well, now my abilities to maybe put some tracks down and maybe do some better work like that are starting to arise. And it's like, okay,
sir.
all right, now I'm starting to see how to do some of these things. Well, now old guy can actually put some decent sounding tracks down because I understand, okay, I know what drag and drop means. They didn't mean for me to drag this thing across the room and drop it.
No.
I get it. I'm thankful that my computer didn't break. Shout out to HP. They're tough. But, you know, what's does he say? He says, I got a 20, man, this dude probably has so much stuff. Got a $2,400 mix that I'm still learning to stream on. Dude, I can't wait for you to get yourself where you
That's
feel
gonna
good.
be phenomenal, dude.
I bet you're already past what you really actually need to be able to do what we're doing and be able to kill it.
Sure.
But
If
you
got
get
a
yourself
24-track digital
comfortable.
mixer, you got way higher gear.
Yeah,
We got 2-point input right here.
Yeah, you're already using terminology that is in the future for me at this point. But hey, Desi, when you get yourself comfortable, man, I want you to come on here with me and Shine and just hang out and talk for a minute and maybe jam. Give me the chance to talk you into it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I've just been told a couple times that I could
Gentle nudge.
catch up to
Gentle
a
nudge.
woman wearing white gloves. But I'm just saying that if you come on, then that gives me an opportunity to feel like that you've given me the opportunity to maybe give you the opportunity to play a little music with us. And I just feel like, you know, just give me the chance because I'm persuasive and I'm you know, kind of handsome too. And it's just, you know. It's one of them things, like, I just feel like if you give me a chance that I could probably, you know, like, I got a chance if you give me a chance. I got a chance to
Chance
get
for
it.
romance. It
Yeah,
sounds
there's
like,
a chance,
or
bro. I mean,
romance.
there's a possibility of aluminum hats flying around. There's all kinds of stuff. All kinds of things, man. But no, it would just be an honor, man. It really would for me, because we've been friends now on YouTube as far as, like, you know, YouTube buddies now since, like, my little journey began, and I guess since your little journey started too. And that's just, to me, I look at those little tiny things now that I skipped over for 25 years and forgot to look at. But I look at those little tiny things and I'm like, man, something so simple and funny. And just, I never even thought about somebody really being funny or finding, like truly being like, hey, that was funny. You know what I mean? Like, and then somehow some person that I never could have met otherwise or had any type of outreach to or any type of laugh with, somehow now I get to wait on Brother Desi chime in, and I feel like I know somebody. It could be 1,000 strangers in here, and I could see Desi's little name pop up, and I'd be like, "Hey, yo, bro, what's up, man? We got Desi in the hat." You know what I mean? So it's like, but shout out to you, Desi, man. Come on with us anytime. I see you, Jared Talks. Shout out to you, brother.
Yeah, hey, Jared.
Surviving together. Sean, you're next on my list. She said, "You're next on. You are next
What
on my
list?
list, dude.
What
like
list?
the hit list. Like oh God.
What kind of list are you making?
If it's a list, can I?
Am I on the redeemable side at least?
You know, I tell my wife sometimes when she makes like new foods and maybe been a little bit upset with me, I'm like, I'll wait for you to eat. I'll wait for you to eat because you know what I mean. I'll be like, I'll make sure. I'll be like,
I make sure.
Yeah.
Switch plates.
yeah. I'll be like, yours got more cheese. Let me have that one. You know what I mean? Because it's never too late to start looking out for yourself.
Never.
And I'm just telling you, there's been times when I've ate some things that I was wondering about.
Yeah.
You know, and I missed time, and I don't know if it was something I took or something that was given to me. Might have been a mix, you know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Doctor
might
couldn't
should
find
not
it
been
in my
mixing all.
bloodstream.
Yeah, you baby shouldn't give me that. You don't know how much I've done you didn't know about. You better quit. Yeah, but hey,
He's got a high tolerance. Sprinkle.
yeah. Oh man, shout out to you guys. Appreciate y'all being here. This is Guy and Shine, Monday through Friday, 10 to 1. Keeping it real, Tommy Kenyon at Keeping It Real Media. We appreciate you, brother. Tommy's been an outstanding addition to the Guy and Shine show and just been cool with us and helped us and just been part of everything. And he's become a real solid member of the community. I've watched him grow over this past month, and the man has put some time in on his channel and does just some good stuff and good work. So we push him up. And we thank him for.
He's a great example of somebody that, like, we met along doing this, and now like talking to him last night was like talking to a different person.
Yeah.
From the first
Oh, it
time
is.
I met him.
It is.
And, you know,
There's something changed in him.
He's fired
There's
up.
something changed
He's
in him
fired up,
because
man, so-
I told him the other day the same. Man, I went on his live, and for the first time I went on his live, and I was like, now he, in my personal opinion, it was like, now he had a good mix of joking, shouting everybody out, but also staying on topic and teaching what he feels good about, and that's the way it works,
Quick
man.
study. He's a quick study.
He's a quick study, brother. So
sir.
shout out to you, Tommy Kenyon,
Yes, sir,
keeping it
Tommy.
real media. Nothing but good vibes from us, man. Sweet. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Tommy Kenyon, your tech content creator and digital content pro. With cutting edge AI guidance, I craft segments like interactive audio or video audio sync tutorials and more. I deliver clear step-by-step digital solutions that make your projects shine, practical, fast, and ready to roll. Hire me to bring your tech vision to life. Let's create something epic together.
That's the best picture at the end. I can't get enough of that.
I know.
Sweet
I know.
tea.
Old Sweet Tea got going on, man. He got going on,
He's
man.
got it going on.
Hey,
Man. It's the best.
I'm gonna tell you what, man, and you're right. There's a difference. There's a difference in Tommy, and we see it, brother. We see it, and it's a positive change, man.
Oh yeah,
Positive
absolutely.
change, bro. He was happy, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He was happy, man.
He was joking around with us and laughing
Yeah,
and stuff. Which
yeah,
is
he
super
was.
Cool. It
Yeah,
great.
he was. Yeah, that's funny, ain't it, man? Yeah,
Yeah.
he was looking dapper too. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
looking dapper, by golly. I'm telling you what, he done. Hey,
Yeah, no.
he
he's
might
a
have been
great
going
guy.
out on the town too. I mean, you know,
Well, I
you know.
mean, like he came on here, and I remember the day he came on, and me and you had a conversation afterwards. That I think we might have missed something there. You know what I mean? And asking the question the second time, like, hey, would you want to do whatever? What do you do? You know what I mean? And like, he just laid it right out. This is what I'm doing, and now he's doing all that stuff. That's not that long ago.
Indeed.
Like, so, and he already was doing a bunch before. What are you laughing at?
Look. He said he struts in eating on some
Some
Funyuns. Yeah, he
Funyuns.
is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Get up out of that. You know you ain't strutting. Get up out of that beanbag chair and dust them crumbs out of your lap. Put you some drawers on, man. You know that. You know.
Orange
You know
fingers
you ain't
everywhere.
strutting. No, you're in a beanbag chair. You're probably sitting in your tighty whities with a bunch of Cheeto crumbs all over your lap. You know it. You know it. I got me a beanbag chair too.
Little shirt wipe.
Yeah, all sticky and everything, but that's all right.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You gotta let it all
He's
hang
so
out
funny,
sometimes.
dude. He's always got some jokes, man. I love it. I love it. I love being able to have somebody that, you know, like, he's waiting on you to say something, too. Oh, I do like my beanbag. He knows. He knows. Hey, there's the ladies of TikTok. How you doing? Nice to see you. Appreciate you being here. I remember you from, we was playing yesterday and you stopped through because I remember you stopping in. I remember your name being in here. Thank you very much for being here. Welcome to Guy and Shine.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. I'm trying to get back to my channel because I was lost somewhere. I don't know where it went actually. But thank you, ladies of TikTok. We appreciate you being here. Always good vibes to you, my
I
friends.
talk.
I talk. Ladies of I talk.
DK?
Sorry, I
talk.
talk. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's
I
not
talk.
TikTok. I was
I'm
gonna say,
sorry.
how'd you get that name?
That's that
pretty sick.
dyslexic stuff in me, man, or hyperactivity. I thought I read it, but I really didn't.
It's all right.
You know,
It happens.
ladies of I talk. I thank you. I thank you. That's funny. I got you.
We got you.
Here to support. Well, we appreciate you, and I hope that you have a good time. Always good vibes to you. We appreciate you, Magic of Healing. We see you there, Miss Jimena. Wonderful, outstanding channel. We met surviving together through, you know, Magic of Healing. Somehow, you know, the paths crossed. I think I watched a video with Magic of Healing and surviving together, and I don't really remember exactly how it all happened, but that's how it come together, and I just love that. Yeah, ladies of I Talk. I appreciate you being here. Good vibes to you. I try to. I'm gonna just speak it out loud for my channel. I do make moderators out of most if they're good vibes and they're just being respectful and being friends, because that's what we all are here, and we push each other up. That allows you the opportunity to be able to go and see other channels and support properly. It also allows you, if you see something stupid going on or something that I can't catch while I'm doing something, or me and Shine are busy, then that gives you a chance to kind of, hey, yeah, don't that doesn't
Yeah,
go here.
never ever have a problem with that, guys. If there's
Never.
somebody that's being whatever, just get them gone.
Just get them gone. Get them gone, because
Get 'em
it's
gone.
good vibes here, and that's it. And the way we keep it good vibes is not to buy into that kind of stuff. I do not, as a host.
No.
If I see a comment that's iffy, I'll address it. I'm not worried about humor. I'm not worried about those types of things. What I don't like is somebody coming in just trying to be a butthole and trying to ruin a good vibe, because they can with simple, stupid little comments. So I just say, get them gone. And that's that. I still hold the. I mean, it's not like you give the treasure chest away. It's like, hey, even somebody in blue, you'll never be turned not blue. But if I don't like what you're doing and I don't like what you're saying, you'll just be gone. It's not like I'm working on a chance basis. This is the chance I give people.
That's right.
This is the chance I give people. And then if they don't do it right, then
Well, you take a chance too, because if you let that stuff start happening, you know what I mean?
then everybody thinks, and this is not cool. And so far, you'll see the ladies of iTalk, everybody in here that's blue will be pushing you up, will be saying hello to you, will be shouting you out. There'll be people, I'm telling you, that's what we want to see. We want to see everybody just enjoying each other. And that's what it's all about, guys. So shout out to you. We appreciate the ladies of iTalk, friends of the channel, and friends of Guy and Shine. And I appreciate you giving myself a chance. I remember coming and seeing you. I thank you very much, very, very much for coming by and just giving us an opportunity to say hello and get to meet you. Let me see. Magic Healing, I see you got, yeah, I see, just like mental health mindfulness with a hippy dippy twist. That's me. Yeah, indeed. I love it too. I do. I like your style, and I just like the fact that I like your kindness and the fact that you are sincere. I can appreciate that, and you stay on topic. I've said it before. You do an outstanding job with that, because I am the world's worst. And it's not just on here, it's in my life as well. I get distracted easy, and if I ain't careful, y'all know, I can say bye for 3 hours. Okay? Y'all know. Y'all know.
We've all been there. We've all been there.
Yeah. Hey, it's just like, how did you, like,
I just gotta do my last set of shout outs to in the stream. Shout outs to
This is no lie. I have literally started the tractor up to go mow, right? Make a swipe down the yard, run into my neighbor down here at the bottom, and wind up being the only swipe that I get in the yard, because I done messed around this dark. And it's like, I didn't even get nothing. I mean, I started the mower up. I started the tractor up. I drive it down here. I make so I'll get one swipe going back. And then I'm going to park it, because it's
that's a good day's work.
That's a good day's work.
Ooh, a butterfly.
It's like the worst thing I can do is see something that catches my eye, or the best thing I can do, like in here, it forces me to kind of be where I'm supposed to be, because, hey, man, I'm one of them people that it happens that way. My wife will send me to the store for ice. I'll get everything but ice and be gone for 3 hours. And
run into half the town. Yeah. You know.
Well, I didn't go nowhere but the store, but it's hard to get away from there sometimes. Everybody wants to talk.
And he was talking about this thing going on with Chris, and now.
I'm one of them dudes. You don't walk past in the store and say, "How you doing?" Because I tell you, I've been doing pretty good. Everything, I'll be talking. I'll be like, dude, I was just saying, "How you doing?"
I really like the color green. Toast is my favorite
I really didn't
food.
want to hear about your doctor visit. I'm like, oh, I misunderstood. You said, "How you doing?" But then you get those that they take take you seriously, and you sit down beside them, and it's like, oh man, I'm
Here
stuck.
we go.
But
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
shout out to every one of you. We appreciate you. This is Guy and Shine. We got 10 in the house. I see y'all there. Gen X Effect.
guys.
My son's on video call with me and heard you say, be gone 3 hours and get everything but ice. He must say, it's the truth.
Yeah.
And it's
Oh, yeah.
it's so the truth. And then I'm stuck with one of these times where it's like, I'm trying to convince my wife that, honest to God, I had you on my mind the whole time.
Yeah.
Look at this face. You know what I mean? Like, I had you on my mind the whole time, and this,
Until
but
something
for,
else came in my mind, and then something
but
else.
for, right as I went to open the freezer door to get the ice out, because you got to come outside the store to get it, there was, fellow was walking up. I remembered seeing him before once, and he asked me how I was doing,
Yeah.
and I wound up telling him a lot of stuff, and I forgot the ice, but I was talking about you with him the whole time. I was talking about you,
all good stuff.
all good things,
All good
and
things.
you know, and it sounds like a story,
Yeah,
but it's not.
it's not.
I mean, it is a story, but it's a
true story.
Yeah, there's some embellishment because you want it to be interesting.
Factually based,
But
based on true events. Okay, all right.
I did run into somebody.
Okay. Next subject.
I think they even asked about.
That could be taken into context.
I think their first question was, well, how's your lovely wife doing? And I talked about you pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, the love of my life.
Yeah, my wife's the kind of
The
lady, she'll be
shine
like,
of my
yeah, let
eye.
me see your hands, because she'll be like, why are your fingers crossed? I'd be like, they're not.
Take off your socks. Your toes are crossed too.
Yeah, she's like, well, stop sitting there with your hands like that, because that's crossed. And I'm like,
No, I read it's a good meditative practice.
I'm trying to rewire my electrical stuff.
Yeah, that's it. I'm using mudras.
I read a book on YouTube, watching a video, and I was wearing my hat, and
And now I'm at
came
least
to me.
10% smarter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was immediate.
It was instant.
It was like I felt this rush over me, and instantly I seen stuff. I started seeing like chalkboards and like equations and stuff.
And I was a
And
custodian.
I had a buddy named Will.
Yeah. And I just randomly started solving math problems that I see
yeah.
on the blackboard. While
Who would have
working
knew
as a
he played
custodian.
guitar too? I didn't know.
Well,
Yeah, he does. He does all kinds of smart stuff,
yeah.
like that. But
Just-
you know, shout out to him. Shout out to brother William.
and
Doing
that's
chalkboard
an example
equations.
of how we can get off track.
Yeah, yeah. Isn't that
like
something?
here's what it's at, and then boom, we do it right after.
Right now, we're teaching you something, guys. You don't
Yeah.
realize it.
Yeah.
You'll be able to look back on everything that I've pretty much done, and you'll be able to say, okay, if I don't do this, I'll probably manage to be halfway successful.
Probably be all right.
And if you want life lessons, you can back up 25 years and do the same exact thing. So it works on YouTube for me. Just back up, watch everything I've done. You'll know then exactly what not to do. And then if you want to know what not to do in life, then you can back up in my life. Just look at that and just say, well, okay,
Or
I
maybe
see
you're
that. That didn't work.
questioning making some questionable decisions.
Yeah, that didn't work. Okay, okay, I
So-
see that. I see. Okay. Oh, okay, that landed you in prison. Oh, okay, don't do that.
They do take armed robbery serious.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. You know, do not diagnose yourself with problems and then medicate yourself.
Oh, no,
don't do
they
that.
frown upon that. They
Don't do
frown
that.
upon it. Be careful
know.
with controlled substances.
Yeah. Yeah.
in fact,
Countless
avoid
visits
them
to-
altogether.
Countless visits to the doctor's office does not qualify as an education in medicine.
Although you try to convince your doctor every time
Yeah.
that they do not know what they're doing. Do you have 36 degrees on your wall?
Yeah. Man, I'm
No,
here
but I'll
every
tell
month.
you where you're wrong.
I know as much about blood work and stuff as you do.
Yeah, there's the P, the A, and the B's.
Yeah.
And don't forget the O.
Yeah, just give me that pad. I can sign your
Oh.
signature.
Yeah.
Give it here. Yeah.
This is like- oh man, that was a crazy time.
Hey, I'll tell you what though. Back in the '90s, Hey, they pretty much did just come in the office and throw their script pad at you. They'd knock you down with a big stack of scripts and send you out there skipping. You'd come in limping and leave out skipping.
I remember I got shingles. I was super. I was like 21 or 22. Like shouldn't have got it, kind of thing, you know. But anyway, I didn't get chickenpox real bad when I was a kid, so apparently that makes you susceptible to it younger, I guess. So a buddy of mine, we were working on a job, and I lent him some tools. I needed the tools back, and I showed up at his house, and I was there for about 15 minutes. And his kids are like, you know, playing around with them and stuff. He's like, "Oh, don't touch them." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Oh, they're full of the pox." I'm like, "The pox?"
The pox.
I was like, "Oh, I had that when I was a kid. There's no worries."
There's no worries. I'm good.
Day later, this giant like rash thing around my heart. So I go to the doctor. Okay, so I'm not gonna say his name, but he's still practicing, unfortunately. And I walk into the office, and he just has 2 bottles of Dilaudid 8 sitting there, like hundreds, right? He's like, "Here, that should take care of it." I'm like, "But you don't even know what the problem is." Like, you know what I mean? You have no idea what the problem is. So actually, yeah, you got to be careful with that stuff. I don't think it's as loosey-goosey as it was. Hopefully it's not.
Nah, they've had to come down on it just because, man, it just got to the point where, but they come down on it just to open up the market for something else. That's the bad part.
One evil for another, man.
Yeah, it's all it is, man. I got friends and people in my life that I know right now that man, all they did was switch from doctor shopping to do pain pills to now going to the clinic on a, you know, and doing Sabat, which I push it up. I do. What I don't push up is the clinic's not trying to provide a safe way to say the heck with all of it.
Well,
because that's
the monitoring and the proper use of the medication. Because if you read that, if you read the booklet, it literally says on the first page, not to be taken for a period of longer than 90 days.
But
right?
that's not the patient's fault.
No, that's what I mean.
They're addicts. They're gonna take it if you give it to them.
Of course, they're gonna take it. And the doctors they're like, "Well, this is the new thing now, so you know." Like,
and it's sad.
Suboxone, when I was introduced to it, which was like what, the 2000s, mid 2000s, early 2000s, I guess. It was only for opiates, and now they prescribe it for everything.
Everything, man.
And I'm like, man. And I remember I never heard of it, and I was at the center. And the lady's like, "Well, this is what we're going to use to help you get off." And she had a 14-day program. She was a nurse, real good nurse. And it worked. No problem. And then I met some people years later, and they're like, "Yeah, I take Suboxone." I'm like, "How much do you take it?" They're like, 24 milligrams a day. I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
like that's just like... Because, it was on the market for 3 years. That's what I know before it was prescribed to me, right? So... what's this going to shake out long term, man? I used to take wicked bad headaches from it. I'd shake. I felt like I was vibrating all the time. I remember it got to a point where I go reach for something, like say there was a glass, and this part of my face stopped working. Like I had Bell's palsy for a little while, and that's affected something neurologically in my head. And
it's terrible, man.
Man, like, and I remember fighting with them, being like, "I want off of this," and they're like, "No, you're too high of a risk." I'm like, "How do you get to decide what kind of risk I am?" Like, it's risky to be on medication, period, if you don't need to really be on it and you have the want to get off of it. Now, yes, there are certain people that do need to be on certain kind of medications for certain kind of illnesses, but I believe that's not how you solve addiction. It's just by giving another Band-Aid. Because,
of course not.
As you said the other day, and I was talking about this, my wife works in social services, right? And they're cutting, because, you know, I'm not even going to get into the political side of things and what's happening up here, but they're cutting everything. And I said to her exactly what you said the other day. I said, you know, Guy said something while we were talking on the cast about, imagine if them clinics closed tomorrow, right? Because that's how it goes. When they cut it, it's gone. What are you going to do?
Scary thought.
Oh, oh, man.
I'm telling you, man, I got people in my life right now that I can reach out and touch.
Yep.
Not just on YouTube. I'm talking in the real world.
Right.
And I'm telling you right now, they're good. They're doing good. I see them. They're fine. And they're working hard. They're doing outstanding. But I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
Let something happen to that. Let one hiccup happen to that. And everything that they have will be destroyed just because their body will not be able to function without that. It will literally cripple them to not have that medicine. And this is a sad realization that I came to, that it was like, well, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. When it does come to an end, because it will. It will.
Yeah,
You're not just going to keep getting fed them, guys. You're not just going to keep, believe me when I tell you, there's not only going to be health effects that come along with it that we don't know about, but there's going to be a moment in time in which, just like back in the day when you used to be, it went from I could go to a doctor at any given time and I could get pain pills if I needed to get pain pills, to that I couldn't get pain pills if I wanted to. And it was boom, like that. Okay, well, if they can do that, then don't think that because the hammer's coming down and it's coming from people just like me, because I'm going to be a little part of the hammer.
Yep,
because I feel like that's my servant. That's me being a servant to the people that I feel like I owe it to. The people that are still trying to figure out how to find that freedom. Well, the freedom ain't found by these people keeping pumping you full of this crap. The freedom's found sometimes by finding a hard line. And I'm going to tell you, one of the best ways to learn how to not mash your finger is to smack it one time. Yeah. And I promise you, you'll be thinking about the next time you go to set a nail. Okay, well, am I swinging good? Am I using my wrist? Am I driving this nail proper? Well, sometimes the best way to put us into things and the best way to make people's eyes open and be honest. Because that's the thing, is I see it in my own life. I see people holding a persona and I'm proud of them. That's the thing, I'm really proud of them, but they're holding a fake persona. And when that gets pulled away, then they're going to have to deal with the mental struggle of, oh God, now everybody's going to see that I'm struggling. But then they're going to have to deal with, how do I get past this struggle? And it's two separate things. There's one that's addiction and there's one that's a mental issue. And you have to try to work on both of them. And if it happens to them at the same time, brother, I'm telling you, you will see worlds collapse. You will see people collapse, man.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Like, there's something in there that you said. And this is okay, when I finally got my act together, right? And I was going through it. I went through it all alone, right? Like, there wasn't someone there to hold my hand and tell me, oh, this is what's coming next. This is what's going to happen. No. You're, like I said, eyeballs deep in it. You're going through all the things that are going to happen that comes with that. All right. Now, some of these people don't have to go to the depravities that I had to go to learn some of these lessons, just because I was too stubborn to listen to anybody aside of myself. So maybe they get themselves a little bit of a pain medication problem from a doctor. And then that same doctor says, here's the solution. And it creates a false deception in the person, right? They think they're doing better. You've been told you're doing better because you're not doing the bad drugs anymore. Now you're doing the safe drugs. There's no safe drugs. They're all bad drugs unless you actually require them for life, right? In this particular instance, bad drugs. So if your job is to do no harm, where's the accountability on that? Mm-hmm. Where is it? Because, like, if you don't know what it's like to go through extreme withdrawal, picture this. Let's say you've got a family and they cut you off and something else is happening in the world. You can't defend yourself. You can't protect your family. You can't provide for your family. If you've been on methadone for years, it's going to take you months, if not years, to dry out. So you're not going to do this overnight. So it's something I can't push enough, because I just, like you say, I've seen it too many times where people believe that this is going to go on forever. It's not going to go on forever. One of two things is going to happen. They're going to stop it entirely, or they're going to shift it to something else. And I don't think that they're going to shift it to something else, because they've been using methadone since World War II, and it's only got worse. Yeah. So
Well, and it does simply come down to this is like I say, I see the people in my life. I've called it out. And I'm telling you, if they would accept what's really the truth now
Yeah.
and get it over with, then they would never have to fear it just being an all of a sudden thing. But what's going to happen is they're going to crush lives because they're going to let it keep going, keep going, keep going till it metastasizes. And then they're going to be like, okay, we cut this program off. And then all of a sudden, you're going to have a whole generation of people that screwed up and don't know how to get over some things. And I see it coming. And like I say, I don't call people out for no other reason other than because I feel like that when I see it, the best thing I can do is put my finger on it and say, well, look, this is the realization. You can say it all you want, but when the rubber hits the road, are you truly going to be prepared? How long's that little stockpile of Suboxones you got in your closet going to last when you can't go find no more? How long is that little stockpile of Xanaxes you have that you're dependent upon going to last once you can't get no more? And that's what I fear for my fellow people that's going through trouble is like, don't allow it to and you can't keep putting blame as much as we want to. I was able to get them, but I was also the man that was like, well, you can't make me do anything. You can't make, well, if I'm truly going to live by that, then I have to live by the fact no matter what I can get, no matter what doctor will give it to me, it's ultimately my decision.
And just so we're clear, in case you guys are only listening to this at the Guy and Shine Show, we're talking about specifically the abuse of medication, right? We're not talking about if you have a head injury or you have some kind of whatever, diabetes, right? Where you have medication use. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about you knowing. See, that's the devil that is addiction, all right? It convinces you, like that old saying, and we joke about it all the time, can't stop, won't stop, you know what I mean? Or I can stop anytime I want, you know what I mean? Well, why don't you? Because I don't want to, right? Well, no, that's not what it is. You've convinced yourself that everything's okay and that this ship is going to keep sailing like that. And it's not. Like, just the simple neurological issues you're going to deal with, right? This is absolutely proven. If you've been doing this using benzodiazepines, abusing them, especially if you don't need them, and you try to stop taking those, I think it's the second most dangerous thing behind alcohol and one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen in my life. I remember meeting a 23-year-old kid, and he walked up to me, and he goes, like, we'd have a joke, like when a new guy would come in, kind of thing, you know what I mean, to the hotel, as we called it. And be like, what do you think he's in for, right? Oh, this guy's in for pills, or this guy's in for robbery, or whatever. So he comes up and he goes, hi, my name's Evan. What's your name? And I go, oh, my name's Shine. Evan, nice to meet you, right? And he looks at me again. He goes, hi, my name's Evan. What's your name? And I go, my name's Shine. Evan, nice to meet you. And he goes, I'm in cell 6, right? So he goes down. And he walks to the end of the hall and he comes back and he says the exact same thing again. And I was like, something is off here. Like, how did this man end up getting put into here with this kind of brain activity is the word I guess I'll use. So I had to draw him. I had a little notepad and a little crayon, right? And I wrote down my name and I put it in his pocket and a little map for him to go from just a straight line to where he was at back down to where I was at so he could find me, right? And 3 months later, he started coming around, and I ended up talking to him, and I said, "Listen, I don't normally like get into people's business." And I'm like, "But man, like when I met, it's one of the strangest encounters I've ever had. That's why I'm speaking on it." And what he told me was he was taking handfuls of Xanax, and he would just down a 2-6 of liquor, and he was doing this for months, or for years, excuse me, and it basically fried his brain, man. Like it totally. He never bounced back from that, but it was horrible. And he would just scream and, like, yeah, nastiness, man. Just nasty. I didn't think there was anything worse than opiate withdrawal, but I seen that, and I said, no, I think that takes the cake.
Yeah. Well, it all comes down to it. You know, it's all dangerous, and obviously, if you need something, it's like I tell my mom. You know, if you're diabetic, then you need to take your medicine. If you have mental troubles and they give you a medicine, you need to take your medicine. But those of you out there that are in my earshot, you know exactly who I'm talking to. And you know that if you don't really need them, you're just putting yourself in misery when you can't have them no more. And now's the time to address it. Now's the time when you're ready mentally to say, I'm ready to be done with this and deal with it and let the world know I'm over it. Then that's when you can really take your steps of getting past things. Because we can all play games. We can all come up with some lofty notions. And I got a lot of knowledge in my brain that I could share. But at the same time, the knowledge I can share with you is from the perspective of, hey, if you're taking it, you know you need it. And if you know it's taken from you, you know that you ain't going to be able to function, then now's the time to deal with it.
And
Don't let it be taken from you.
No.
You give it back.
You don't want to deal with that. That's
You
right.
give it back
That's right.
on
That's
your
right.
terms. On
Yep.
your terms. That's what I'm getting at is like have that power over it. Just say, okay, no, it's on my terms.
Because if you
I'm
don't,
gonna
it's
do
got the power over you. Like, I mean, if
Yeah.
you're talking about the specific meds we're talking about, I mean,
Oh, they got it.
people worry about going to jail. Phew, you're better off going to jail, man, because that stuff, no vacations. You got to take it before you go to work.
Yeah.
2 years of that madness, at least. You
dude.
make one screw up, then they
Yeah.
reset you back to oh my God.
It marries you to it. That's what I'm saying is like
Liquid handcuffs.
it is. It's liquid handcuffs,
Yep.
bro, and it's so sad because you see people slaves to it. Like, man, come on, man, and it's not as much. It's like, dude, I can't say it enough. It's time when you take a handle on it. Don't let it be taken from you. You get a handle on it while you can. Shout out to everybody being here. We see 14 in the house. Brother William in the house. Gen X Effect. Miss Patty. Hey, I see you, Jimena. Hey, any type of substance abuse, is dangerous. I had the same, but with nicotine. Yeah, hey, it is. Hey, and actually, I'm gonna tell you what. This is the God's honest truth. I'm gonna just tell you. I'm an open book. I started out when I was about 23 years old, taking some of the strongest pain medicines that anybody could get. Matter of fact, I was sought after because I could get them. Because I had the right medical conditions and the right things wrong to be able to. I'm telling you, I got them. Well, I started out at that point using pain pills at a level where most people never even got to that level, and then only went up from there. And I'm talking Oxycontin, I'm talking any type of pain pill, any type of hydrocodone, any type of oxycodone. I'm talking Xanaxes, I'm talking any benzo you want to name off. I was doing any of them. Methadone way back in the day, every once in a while. Then went to prison over that. Then come home, done the same exact thing to myself, right back in the same hole again. And I can tell you, out of all those things, and I can honestly say now, I don't do any drugs. I don't do any type of drugs. I don't drink. I don't do any Suboxone. I don't do any methadone. I don't do any type of pain pills. Anything. I don't take anything. Now, I do hit my little vape, and I got my little patches that I got that I like to, or not pouches that I like to take every once in a while, but I quit snuff, and I quit smoking cigarettes. And to this day, it's been like 2 years now that I quit smoking, but I'm going to tell you what, there's something about that, man, like I can still smell it. It don't bother me. It's not like, oh God, I gotta have one, but it's like,
on a cold day.
oh, that smells so good. I love a Marlboro Light right now. You know what I mean? Like,
I remember sitting in traffic behind other cars and be like,
oh,
that car 14 cars ahead is.
I had my big old long nose stuck out the window like. I still ain't really quit nicotine because I breathe it out.
I'm licking off the strips.
Oh man, dude, there's something about cigarettes, man. It's the hardest habit to quit in the world. The cigarettes, man.
That's
it's
a scientific fact.
Oh my God,
I
it's
don't know
just.
if they put the labels on y'all cigarettes down there, but up here.
Oh yeah. Oh, it don't matter. Makes you want more of them.
Well, they had the labels that said nicotine is harder to quit than heroin. And I remember reading that and being like,
No, we didn't have them. Then you really would have had an epidemic around here. Everybody been smoking. You'd have had them.
this lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
I'll inject all I want.
Dude.
Yeah, no, but it's it kind of does, because like it's so what do you like addiction's got many levels to it, but the more accepted in society it is.
Yeah.
That's why you see so much alcoholism and stuff. right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is so easy to get. Like
Oh,
Miss
yeah.
Patty just said right here.
Of course.
Nicotine's hard because it's so available. True that.
Yep.
True that. But
Yep.
but you know, I don't want it to not be available because I feel like people should be able to have that kind of thing if that, you know, it doesn't alter your mind and it doesn't, you know. So I feel like if they want to have that, then go ahead. Same way with marijuana. If they want to have it, then I think they should be able to. But I don't feel like that opioids and those types of things obviously should be readily available to people, or things that alter your functioning and stuff. But man, it's hard because it's right there. And you go, like for me, it was such a habit. And the girls out here at the little store, I'm friends with them and been seeing them for years now out there. And Miss Chelsea, back when she was still working out there, and Eva was her name, Miss Eve. Her two kids and my kid went to school together, but she wound up moving to a different little job. But anyway, you know, I was in there so often that, I mean, they would literally get my pack of cigarettes down and have them on the counter. By the time I went back to the back and got what, you know, I was going to get out of the cooler or whatever I was going to get, by the time I got up to the front, they would be like, you know, I didn't have to ask them for nothing. They knew, like, I'm going to need a pack of them Marlboro Lights right up yonder.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to need them right up there. And then there for a while when I quit, I mean, I literally would have to remind myself, like, nah, man, I don't want them, y'all. You know, I don't want them, like, because, and even asking for them, you'd go in and find yourself getting ready to ask for them. You're like, no, wait a minute, I don't need them. I don't smoke them no more. I'm done with them. But man, and now alcohol wasn't so hard for me. It was a hard habit to quit, but the idea of being able to go get it wasn't bothering me. It was just the idea of, I knew I couldn't have another drink. I knew that I just was one of them people that when I laid it down, I didn't even talk about it. I just quit because in my mind, I'm like, I drink enough. If I just stop, my wife will know I've stopped. And I stopped. And I just know that I'm the kind of dude, I don't need another beer. I drink enough to do me for a lifetime. I don't need another drink of liquor. I drank enough to do me, you know.
It's interesting, you know what I mean? Is like, I've met a lot of different people and talked to a lot of people, and I find when you say certain things, I'm like, yep, that resonates with me, because at a certain point with everything in my life that was terrible for me, which most of it I caused myself, and did it over and over and over and over and over again, to the point where it's just like, I'm done with this now. Like, we're done. Now we move to whatever comes next. But yeah, I seen what Jimena put up there, and what I find interesting about different substances is that, like, you'll see, like, I always remember that from, like, being young, you know, and, like, pot coming around and stuff, and you'd see, like, one guy smoke, you know, in the circle, and then it'd go to the next guy, and, like, one guy just be laughing himself to death, and another guy be, like, you know, paranoid, and, you know, you eventually engage yourself, and I'm like, yeah, okay, there's a bit of effect here, but it just kind of knocks the pain off for me. But with the tobacco, that's one of the craziest things, or nicotine specifically, I guess, is how much I've seen that affect people. Like, how hard it was for them to quit, how much they struggled with it, and how much their behavior changed. Like, you know, if a guy was smoking or a woman was smoking, if they were a smoker and they weren't smoking, you pretty much tell the first day right away, what do you want?
Yeah, man.
Like,
or you just knew that they were broke. Like, they're broke. Like, they must be broke as a joke because they ain't got no cigarettes. You're like, hey, dude, you want me to buy you a pack of cigarettes, man? I know. You know what I mean? And I'm still that way. Like, I don't, like, my best friend, he still smokes. He's a light smoker, always has been. He don't smoke as much as I did. I was a pack and a half kind of day. Kind of guy for a long time, but he smokes, and I, you know, whatever. But you know, like I'm that dude. If I knew he was out of cigarettes, knowing that he would, he's not the kind that would ask you. He would never ask you. But I'm the kind that would notice, like, man, he ain't got no cigarette. Like, that's not. He would not just not have any. Now these days, he's never in a position where he couldn't buy them, but I know that if he was, I'd be that dude like, hey, I'll get you a pack of cigarettes, right? Like, even though I've quit smoking them, I still know that, man, I'm
When
telling
you're-
you, there's
when you
something
don't
about
have
it.
it and it cuts
It's
you
better
like
than a
that.
hug from the squirrel, dude. It's like, oh man, like it's
Man,
just
we're
like,
gonna get people addicted to cigarettes. And we
I'm
keep talking
telling
like
you,
this.
I hate them. Don't never touch them. Don't
never touch 'em.
because hey,
Not
magic
even
healing.
once. Not
It-
even once.
I know what you're going through right there though, because I'm with you. I still miss my cigarettes. I don't want to say I miss them, but I can tell you this: I could pick up one right now and smoke it and enjoy it.
I don't not miss it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
dude, and it's something I just know. I don't even want to pick one up. I just know that I can't smoke one. If I smoked
Smoke
one,
you smoke a pack, man.
I may as well go get a carton. I may as well just go hang out at the tobacco shop and just sit in the parking lot.
Start
and
growing
just,
your own tobacco
just-
in the backyard.
Yeah, and bum one from everybody that goes in and out. Be like, hey, let me get one of them
Hey,
up,
man.
and just
Go-
smoke
go-
them all, dude. Because hey, that's the way it would be. But hey, I'm gonna tell you what, magic healing. Yeah, the alcohol. I was never. I'm gonna be honest. I was never an abusive person when I was on alcohol. But I can tell you this: I'm a very straightforward kind of person, and that's sober. I'm a very straightforward. I speak what comes to my mind. But when I'm sober, I'm a heck of a lot more elegant with my words. I try not to hurt people's feelings. I do try to be honest. I don't mind to call out, but there is a way to do it. And when I was drinking, I was not elegant with my words. I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. You don't. I never was mean to people or abusive like that. I don't think. I just was not very nice sometimes, and I don't. I'm not proud of that at all. But I never was one to. My wife. Would never do anything like that, drinking or not. But it's just not a good habit to have in your life. One, I got a 14-year-old. And he was used to seeing his dad drink beer, and he was used to seeing his dad smoke cigarettes, and now I've give him enough years as a young man to see what it's like to overcome it too, and see what it's like to lay it down. So hopefully, my lessons on don't you can't say do as I say, not as I do. For me, knowing that he's 14 now, and I quit back when he was a younger boy, but he grew up seeing his Uncle John in and out of prison, seeing his dad, and going through addiction and going through this different things, and he also knew that I'd been in the penitentiary and everything, and it was just important to me to show him an example of like, look, man, I recognize this is not good. I'm the kind of man that wants to go around bragging about, you can't make me do this, you can't make me do this, I know this, I know that, I got this book, not because I can beat you up with knowledge. But if I'm not practicing what I preach, that knowledge falls on deaf ears.
Yes, it does.
That knowledge means absolutely nothing. You can quote a Bible to me, but if you're not living by what those scriptures say, then it falls on deaf ears 99.9% of the time. And it's the same way with addiction. I had people in my life that I personally knew, and you'd go to your little classes, and they'd be running that class, and you'd be thinking, dude, I just seen you getting your dose.
See, that's
And you're not, and I'm not saying that it's a bad thing for you to be up here saying it was the way they were talking to me. It's like, dude, you're talking to me like you've got something figured out, and you don't, and I know better, and I don't like that. And that's what we run into here is even the help that's supposed to be out there.
Yeah.
The help is just as strung out as anybody. If the help is doing the same things that they're supposed to be there helping you with, well, isn't that the blind leading the blind?
That was the only real thing I liked. Well, not the only real thing, but one of the safeguards I liked about that center I was at was that it didn't matter if you were the therapist or an educator or counselor, whatever the title was. before you were even allowed to go in and do your group or your counseling sessions, you pissed in a cup.
Yeah,
know what
you
I
should
mean?
have to.
And I agreed with that because I said, like, man, like, it's just it's a slippery slope.
Well, because if you have people in there that's not respecting what you say, then, you know, once one person doesn't respect what you say for a valid reason, then I promise you it's going to go through there like the plague.
like wildfire.
Everybody's going to be the same way. So, you know, that's just where I come from. And it's just, man, you run into so many people that their best line is, ain't nobody can make me do anything. Okay, you're right. So take a bull by the horn. Show me.
Yeah.
Show me.
Yeah,
Do
get
it then.
Done. Go
You know,
it.
do
Stop
it.
talking about it.
You're
Get
right.
to it.
You're right. Because I lived the same way. Nobody can make me do anything. I also went to prison. I
Yeah.
also had to go through probation. I also had to lose my rights. I also had to lose my home. I also had to lose vehicles. I also had to lose a marriage. But you're right. Nobody
Yeah.
can make me do anything.
Whether
God
you
did
think you
exactly what
can
God
or
wanted to
you
do.
Think you
Oh,
can't. You're correct.
and God landed exactly where God landed at too.
You know what? This life isn't hard enough. You know what I'm
like,
gonna
yeah,
do?
yeah.
Yeah, I hear
Yeah,
you, man.
it's
I
like,
hear you.
man, you know,
Yeah.
it's like,
Better late than never. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm thankful that I figured it out.
yeah,
And I remember when, like, I don't know if it's, well, it was part of conditions for me. I had to go to these meetings, right? AA meetings. Oh, man, did they drive me crazy. But I got a little bit out of it, but, like, I had to go for, like, 6 months, and it was just, like, the same stories. And you know what I mean? Like, I didn't get much of that aspect out of it. But when you have these little breaks, they give you, like, a 10-minute coffee smoke break. And I remember this old fella, and I didn't know who he was at the time. He was a big author, and he would have moments like his liver was failing at the time, and he was there because I don't know how many DUIs he had, but it was either like go to do this or they were going to put him in jail, but they didn't do that right away because his liver was failing. So when he was lucid, I remember him saying to me, he goes, "How old are you?" And I was like, at the time, I think I was around like 34, 35. I was like 35, and he goes, "Do yourself a favor." And he goes, "Actually stick to it this time." It was like, whoa, what, like I've never spoke to this man before. And he goes, "Or you're going to end up like me." He's like, dying, slow, losing your mind. And that was like a holy smoke, like, yeah, okay, yeah, all right, look at this accomplished man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's done all these great things. I ain't done nothing yet except burn myself down and, you know what I mean? Destroy
and most of the
myself.
time you're going to die alone because you've done ruined every relationship you had during your addiction. That you don't have nobody with you no more, so you're dying alone in some nursing home or some hospital or some
nailed it.
prison
His
somewhere.
His wife was waiting for this to happen so she could, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, be done with it. Yeah, man. Yeah, and you almost, it's like, man, if that's all the value, like there is no value in that. Like,
No.
like once you're at that point, it's like, man, it's like time to. But I love to see success stories, and they're out
yeah.
there.
They
And
are
so,
out there. They're
if
out
you would
there.
like to come on ever and share with Guy and Shine your success or your struggles, then we would be happy to have you on and discuss that, because we push that up, guys. It's about talking about it, creating change, and good vibes. And Guy and Shine are about bringing identity to things. Because until you actually call something out, until you actually put a name to it, put a finger on it, and say this is real, this is the truth, then until you say that, then it's always up in the air. Well, now on Guy and Shine Show, it's not on the air. It's not just up in there because we'll talk about it. We're going to discuss it. And we're going to discuss it from the standpoint of, I've been there, done that. I know exactly what's going on, and I had to live through it and lose a lot of things in order to get the chance to legitimately, because I could have done this 15 years ago, and I could have give you a good story, and I could have give you a good line, but I'm going to tell you what, you'd have seen through it eventually. You'd have caught me. You'd have called me out. There would have been something happen, or I wouldn't have been right one day because my mind wasn't focused, and I would have been off my game, and I would have messed up. Where now I know that I can come in here, I can sit down, I can approach in a conversation like this, and I can be wrong, and I can also be right, and I can also be wrong and right, because I've been there, done that. I can be all of those things because I am truly on the other side now. So when I look back I'm able to say, okay, well, I did weave right there. That's not really how I felt.
Watch
Or
out for
I
this,
didn't.
and like this could be something that comes up. You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
was most of the fellas I got to work with after, like that was where they got the most peace, and that was what I was trying to find. It's like how, like, okay, now I'm in this mess, which yes, I've created, but how do I really get out of it? Because all the solutions being presented weren't ones that really made sense. So, you get out and then you fall right back into it, and each time you do, like it seems to get worse. I know it did for me. Like it would be like already bad, maybe have a bit of time in, and then just bottom right out again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then pick yourself up again. But that's important. It's like if you got to go down, you take a knee, but you only take a knee because you need the strength of that other leg to push you up and forward, and that's where
Indeed.
you're going, because that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, but you gotta keep going. You gotta keep going.
Shout out to you, Magic Heal, in a minute. I know what your channel is about, and I don't know 100% everything, but I know what your channel's about. I push your channel up. I'm sorry that we're having trouble setting a date. How about I approach this like this, and I can only speak for myself. If you'll leave me an email today or in the comments right now, a date, and if I say I agree to that, then you can put that in the bank. Then that's when we'll be doing that for me and you, for me to share with you. And then you and Shine can do the same thing on your end. But so that I can take the confusion out, if you're able to put a date that you would like me to be on, and I say, yes, ma'am, I agree to that, I'll write it down, and that'll be the date that I'm there. Or if you just, email me. And they're surviving together, Sean. I need your email.
Yeah, it's on my page. It's
on
on
his
my
page,
YouTube page. If you click, like when you go to the page under details or more.
Yeah, the
whatever it
info,
says.
the description. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there. It's Home Before Dark. It's just spelt a little weird. It's HOMEB and then the number 4 and then DARKK at gmail.com.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you got that. So.
Yeah. Good job. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, because my email's public as well. My problem is I'm not as organized as I should have been. But Magic Healing Friday. Okay, let's see. Friday 28th, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay. Yeah. Let me get my notebook. Hold on a second. Magic Healing. It's important enough to me. I'm gonna make sure that I have it wrote down, because that's the way that I'm able to do it. And I'll put this in my little thing so that it'll be there. Magic of Healing. So that is, let's see, 4 o'clock Central Standard Time.
It would be 5 your time. Right?
That'd be 5 my time.
Yeah, and I think that's a Friday, right?
Friday.
Is it the 28th? Because the 29th is a Saturday, isn't it?
Friday the 28th. Let's see, right here's the comment. I'll highlight it right here. Friday 28th, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Friday, yep. Okay.
So, Friday the 28th, 4 p.m. Eastern, or 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that is
5 Eastern.
5 p.m.
Yeah,
5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
you got her.
Okay, I got you, Magic of Healing. I wrote it down, and I'll be shouting that out as well, not only for a reminder to me, but reminder to everybody. So you'll be seeing it, and feel free to go ahead and be sharing that whenever you're able to.
Yes.
Whenever you're able to stop in, then just feel free to share that down in the thing, however you want to do it, so that we'll just keep it on our minds. And that's in there. We're in there. We're in there. And if something crazy happens, then I'll let you know, so that there's no like, oh God, I'm not there that day. But I'm telling you now, I'll be there. I will be there. So yes, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. The Gen X, don't you understand Taiwanese? Yeah. And you, Shine, when you should schedule it. She said, hey, she's on a scheduling spree, by golly.
Spree. You know what? Let me just check, because I know I've got a couple things here in March and April. Let me look right now, right quick. do this.
You're welcome, Magic of Healing. You're welcome. And like I say, I'm gonna get better with the email issue, and I'm probably just gonna start a new email thing to put on there so that I can kind of separate some stuff and just have better organization, or maybe just do better. I don't know, but I'm really trying. I'm trying, guys. It would be so much easier for me if it was like text message and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because I'm just not used to the whole email deal. But like a champ, but I still reserve the right to poke fun. That's it.
Yeah, let
That's
me know.
right. That's right, Gen X. You got the right to you got this comment thing in the bag, bro. You're the comment comic, and then shout out to Sister Belinda, who keeps it lit up in here as well. And then, of course, we got Magic of Healing. She does an outstanding job, too, coming in and lighting up the comment world. We appreciate you, too. And we are trying to bring substance to you guys, man. I mean, for myself, I can't speak from an educated standpoint on, like, book knowledge. I have book knowledge, but, it's like I can just speak from what I feel. And sometimes it helps me. Just like this morning, identifying one little flaw that I can fix easy. For me, that's a win today, is because I identified a flaw in myself, which is looking at myself and saying, okay, this is a simple flaw that I've allowed to take place that is disappointing me in myself, but I can fix it. I can fix it today. I can identify it, and I can make sure that it don't happen that way no more. And that's what I do. And I think that's what all of us have to do. You look for the wins. You look for the little wins, and you take them. And you run, and you say, okay, I'll take that win. So sorry to have put you on. Oh, you're not putting me on the spot. You're not putting me on the spot. This is a public platform. You are not putting me on the spot. I want to share with you. I want to be a part of your channel. I want to be a part of that. Because I do really feel like that's the way that we help, is by being honest and being willing to go on people and share with folks and give a real life example. Like I say, I'm being funny in some ways, but I'm also not being funny when I say, if you want to know what not to do, then you can take a real good look at my life, and you can probably identify several things right off the rip of
Where you
what
can save yourself some time.
yeah, like indeed, you can save yourself a lot of probably years in prison. And financial
Divorce,
costs.
Financial costs.
There's
man.
I'm not even charging for these lessons. They're free.
Absolutely.
They're free.
The rest is going to be hard enough. We can tell you that.
Yeah, it's going to be expensive enough for you. You don't need my cost.
Then you let me know what works, because I know I got Big Jack in April, but the date wasn't set. I was just checking it, so whatever works for you, you let me know. And like I said, I'll be there. So
yeah,
as long because hockey season's almost over, so as long as it's not Saturdays or Sundays, I think we're good.
Right. Well, having that much time for me, like you giving me that ample of notice, like I'm telling you now, in my life, I can make that I will make that happen. If I have to just kind of schedule around to make it happen, it's not that big a deal. But knowing in advance like that does help. So thank you for allowing, for doing that. And share. Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome, Magic of Healing, because I'm not great at it yet. I am learning Canva. Shout out. I'm trying. But yeah, if you can do that, then I will promote and share all that I can I'll do it for you. I will promote, if you guys will if you'll make us like 30-second, 40-second little promo deals for something you've got going on, and you share it over to me, then we can bring that up throughout our show and share that out on a monthly basis or on a weekly time thing, where we do, like how Tommy did with his thing. Or how
100%.
Big Jack did with his thing. If y'all know how to do that kind of stuff and can do that, bring it. So, just know, shout out to you, Surviving Together. If that's things that you can do, or things that you're comfortable with getting, with having, then if you want to send me over something through, the world of this thing, then that's something we can share throughout our show. Like, we can bring it up. Like, like a little 30-second, 40-second little promo deal or whatever. And it's not just about for the show that you've got coming up with us on it. I would never be that guy. It's about,
It's
you
just
know,
for what you're doing, like you
Yeah.
know what I mean, like what your thing's about, and like
Yeah.
because a lot of people come through here, they don't always stick, you know what I mean, but a lot of people come through, and
yeah.
maybe they happen to hear that at the right time when they need it. Is kind of my philosophy, you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
why not like that's
Tommy
what this
put
is
in
about.
here, I got to tell you, Tommy, I need to talk to you on a one-on-one basis because I have some questions for you. But with the email thing, I want to do that. I see what you're saying right there. Let your people know you were here for them. I need help learning how to set up properly and keep it scheduled properly. So maybe you and I can talk about that because I do intend upon doing it. I just don't really know the proper.
I'd like to sit in on that as well because
Okay.
I don't know how to do that stuff. I have no clue how to do any of
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah. I'm kind of in the dark about some of that. So
But I would love to see your twerking video elevated.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you want to send in.
Hey,
It'll
you know,
be screened by the executive producer.
yeah, yeah. Just know that certain channels will have their stuff properly screened before things are put out. Now, such channels such as Big Jack, you send me something over, I play it. Such channels as Elevated Einstein, I will be watching before it goes live. I will be watching. Just Gen X Effect, just so you know, brother, if you send me over something, I'd love it, but I will be watching before we play it live.
So just send it
Yeah.
to me
Oh,
because I'll
Jen-
play it live regardless.
Yeah, because with his comments, dude, you don't never know what that dude might send you. You'd be like, all right, we got a little something from Gen X shouting out, and then it'd be like something like, oh, snap, man, no, wait a minute,
Oh,
dude.
guy, here's a nice video that
Yeah.
somebody sent in
Yeah.
for us to
You're
dance
like,
around.
dude,
and
I can't
dance.
unsee that. Dang you, man. Dang
The
you.
goggles, they do nothing.
So it's like, man, but hey, surviving together once again. I will email you back. I emailed you yesterday. But anytime that if you can schedule it and you hear me say yes, I'm going to be there, then know that I will plan it, and that's the way it'll be. But we can anytime after one of Guy and Shines, or anytime in the evening, whatever. If you see us on, I can drop the link, and then after the show, we're able to have a conversation and be able to talk about things on a one-on-one basis and get a kind of a plan together, because that would make me feel better too, just to talk to you and know, like, okay, you want me to be there at this time, such and such, and you want to kind of touch on these things. But really, I'm good at freestyle talk, so pretty much any question that you want to ask,
Oh, this guy?
just be ready. Just be ready. Surviving together.
You're
Shout
gonna
out
have
to
use
you.
a lot of close-ended questions.
I know you got to go to do research, but you must do some research right now, and just know that you should have your fishing line ready and be ready to reel me in, because I veer. I'm a veerer. I get sidetracked, and it not that I get sidetracked in a bad way. You just got to be ready to reel me. Just reel him in.
Just reel
and
him
in.
reel him back in.
Yeah,
Reel him back in.
yeah.
And
I
then
try.
when he starts going higher, then you just gotta say,
Yeah,
man, you look so great today.
Yeah. Sell it.
And
Sell
then
it. Bring
change
it.
subject.
Bring it down. And any compliments you give me about like how I look and stuff is always greatly appreciated. Or things like that, or
Probably
about
the
how
most
good my music.
talented musician I've ever
Like
met.
yeah,
I've heard some people call him the songbird of his generation.
I could promise you, just because
Few
I
things
kind
I've
of
heard.
I kind of know the guy that does the pushing of the buttons in here, and I'm just telling you that fella really likes things that have nice things to say about me.
You know.
And I'm just
can
saying
you
that
blame
you're
him?
probably apt to get your promo played a lot more times if it's saying really nice things about me. And I mean, not always truth, but you can embellish because it is a promo. So you can,
You want to sell it. Is what
you
it's
want
getting
to
at.
you want to sell it. You want to sell it. You,
Stick the landing
You-
is
you-
what
you-
we're saying.
yes. There. See now you're getting it. Now you're starting. Now you're starting.
There you go.
Now see, that's the way you get a comment highlighted around here at the Guy and Shine Show.
There you go.
You start messing around talking about That fella in the back that blows the button, he likes him.
He's quick
He
on the
likes
draw.
them.
He's quick on the draw.
He does. But
He's
yeah,
fond.
just know, in all honesty, guys, you know, we wanna be a part of things like that. So, you know, I'm just being funny, but yeah, we'll definitely get together on that, surviving together, and
Needs
I'm
to be
looking forward
talked
to being
about.
there.
What do
Hey,
they call
there's-
it? No more recovering in silence. That's it.
Indeed.
And the people-
There's Destin to recover. What's up, my
There you
young
go.
lady, Sister Destin? Shout out to you. I appreciate you. You, Crystal Flash. I see you double tap the screen for you fellas. I see you. Thank y'all for being here. This is Guy and Shine. I was going to do let me see. I see and promotion, all that. I'm here in the back. I see you back here, Tommy. I see you. Let's see. What time we working with?
We're
Sean?
at
What
like
time is it?
12:41. 12:41 Eastern Standard
All right,
Time.
well, let's
my
do
guy.
one of your songs. Let's do one of your songs, and then let's bring Tommy up and talk to him for a few minutes this morning before we close out the show. And let me get down here to your. Let's do. This is "Silly Girl" by Shine. At Shine Dig is how you can find him. We appreciate you guys. Thank you all very much for being here. Good vibes to everybody. Be back in just a
I
few.
don't know what side is
Just for you, sweetie. All right. Where did you come from, silly girl? I know I just met you, but I can't seem to get you out of my head, out of my head. My favorite song was playing, and you were shaking your hips with little invitation. We were locking lips, and know that I'll never forget you, no matter how hard I try. I can't even find a pen so I can see you again. You gave me your poison, and I breathed you in. And just like my favorite things, you disappear in the end. The end. And as the band was winding down, I couldn't seem to find you in the crowd of faces. Then out of nowhere, you appear without one question. Yeah, we disappeared, and know that I'll never forget you, no matter how hard I try. Can't even find the words to tell you how much you blew my mind. Gave me your poison, and I breathed it in. But just like my favorite things, you disappear in the end. The end. The end. see you again. Give me your poison, and I breathed you in. But just like my favorite things, you disappear. Yeah. The end. The end. The end. True story. I hope you're still out there.
Yeah, shout out to you, Sean. Good job on that, man. I see you, Sebastian. Thank you for coming by and giving me a chance. My name's Guy. This is Sean Digg. This is Creating Change, Good Vibes Only. Appreciate you coming by and giving me the chance, man. Thank you for showing up and being here. We appreciate it always for the new opportunity to meet people. So thank you. Magic Healing, thank you. Said that's my favorite song, Sean.
Thank you.
Destined to Recover
Very
says
kind.
great job and bravo. And then
you very
Tommy's
much.
down here typing me a daggone book. Let me get my coffee all right, now let me lean back and read for a second. Yes, sir. I love you, Tommy. Good job, man. I see you, man. Yeah, you're right. Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom. Let's bring Tommy up for us. Let's see. Let me
Yeah,
see
man.
what we got back here. You're good. You're good, Tommy. You're good, man. You're good. Yeah, you pop on in whenever you're ready, Tommy. Whenever you're ready. Hey, you're welcome, Magic of Healing. You're welcome. I will see you then, and I'll be looking forward to getting that thumbnail or whatever you want to send. If you want to send something about a 20, 30 second, 40-second thing, then send it over, and we'll be happy to do that. And same to you, Surviving Together. Same to you. Same to
Anybody.
any of you guys
Yep.
that have the ability or can make it happen. If you want to do some type of little commercial promo for what you got going on at your channel and do it with quality and put a little bit of effort into it for us, a 30-40 second little deal, and send it over to us as like a small little video clip or promo, whatever you want to call it, then we will work it into sharing it along the way and updating them and things like that. So if you have things going on you want to remind people of, or if you want to come on and shout your channel out and talk about what you might have going on, then please reach out to us and we'll make some things happen. So
Absolutely.
thank you guys. We appreciate y'all. We got 14 in the house. Thank you guys very much. I'm not skilled to the promo high, but a thumbnail I will send you. Okay, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. How about this? You send me over a thumbnail, and then I'll see what I can do about putting a little 20, 25, 30 second little something together, talk about it or something, and do a little something underneath of it for us. And then we'll play that until our chance comes, until our time together comes up. So how about that? If that'll work for you. But shout out to you, Sebastian. Appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate you being here, man. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the good vibes. Always good vibes here. Shout out to you, Magic of Healing. Yep, sounds cool. All right, good deal. Brother Tommy, how is Brother Tommy doing this morning? And if you tell me anything less than outstanding, I'm not going to believe you.
Starting things late, but everything's going good.
That's good, bud.
Growing.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
Learning,
Right.
being
That's right.
curious.
That's
Nice,
right.
man.
That's
Nice,
right.
man.
Good job, man. Good job. Well, do you have something that you wanted to share with everybody today for
Well, goes-
your tech time?
Goes along with all the messaging. Good conversations happening, and those conversations need to be heard. But how are they going to be heard if we're not starting to spread those messages? And it starts with promotion, marketing.
Okay. Okay. Well, are you
And
going
are
to
you
talk
doing-
to us? Talk to us about that
How
today.
do we do that? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I heard all the things on the one-on-ones. We can do that later too,
Okay.
as well.
Cool. Well, What do you
open
got
for
for
one-on-ones.
What do you got for somebody who's like trying to promote their channel? Because it sounds like there's a few people that are like, oh, maybe I.
Let's hone in on even more importantly, Sean, the
Yeah.
email aspect of that.
Sorry, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, the one thing, and I knew this, and Guy opened my eyes to it as well, what he does on YouTube, and it's just flat out connecting, and that's the first step. We're all here in here connecting, and that's the first step to growing. But there's multiple attempts as well too. And are you exploring all avenues of reaching out and connecting? And I'd show you, I got on Substack, which is social media, yes, and it also gives you an email list, which other social media platforms do not give you.
Okay.
You don't have an email list on Facebook, Instagram,
Okay.
X. Substack, you have all the above. And more people are getting on Substack for that reason.
So, do you mean like you create your own like reusable mailing list? Is that what you're referring to, or you're just
You
gonna get a bunch of emails of people that you don't know that you can check out?
you actually have a mailing list on Substack.
Okay, got you.
Yes, and then you can store them, save them, and that's your audience.
Well, what exactly is Substack? I mean, let's get down to the idiot proof it for me, because that's what the level I'm working with here. What is Substack?
Screen coming in, incoming screen share, awkward screen share, as some people say. Coming in.
It's like that awkward silence, you know. Like,
Not too awkward, but this is something that looks a whole lot like what your other social media platforms, and this is like this is the home, well, my inbox, and there's me, and you follow you follow other people. You can have a free clear my throat. You have a free. Anyone can come and see you free, and then you also have member lists.
okay.
Or members subscriptions, pay subscriptions that you set the price for even, and you do extra stuff in there, and it's essentially a paywall kind of thing if people want to pay for extra stuff that you do specialized stuff,
So it's
then they
kinda
have
like a
all that too.
Patreon.
Subscriptions, it's Patreon, it's like all in one together. Patreon, and then there's some other ones too, locals like that.
Okay. Well,
And that seems to be the new wave in social media, and it's all the above.
huh.
So there's now this, that's a post. I'm trying to get to my page. Here's my page. With the latest thing I did. I haven't been doing it for a week, but I did one. Articles, you can actually go live now too in Substack with your phone.
Okay.
So they opened up the live, so you can do everything. It's posting, it's blogging, it's email lists, it's video posting, podcasting. It's all here, and you can connect your podcast, and you can send everything.
Okay, so all right, so basically what you're telling me is it's basically just another another platform. It's called Substack.
Yeah, and it's a chance for, if people aren't following you on it, you can just have them subscribe and email, and they don't have to even touch Substack to see your stuff. It's then that's where the comes in as a email blog
Okay.
setting, and then they'll see you in their email inbox, and they don't even have to log into Substack or anything. They'll just see you in email.
Okay. All right. I'm starting to pick up what you're putting down, man, because I'm slow. Like when it comes to this kind of stuff, man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. You just made my stomach hurt a little bit when you like started talking about all this stuff. I'm like, oh God, here we
But
go.
like
But,
whatever,
you know.
anything, you just take it like one thing at a time. Take it slow. Like you want to start getting into it.
That's a good
Yeah.
question,
What
Big
is
Jack.
the
Yeah.
cost? What is the
Yep.
cost of it, Tommy?
What I'm doing, I pay nothing for it, and you can set up members subscriptions, like I said, and it could be a source of revenue. So I pay $0.
So you could like use this and kind of buy. Well, okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, this takes a lot of things that like I have in different places and puts it all in one.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay.
So
That's
I have,
cool.
you can set up a website, you have a chat you can set up, you can archive. There's a little about section on me. So in the dashboard, there's the posts. I had a podcast up and I stopped it, but because I trying to figure out how to actually connect it in the right way, because did it and it started doing a whole new podcast, and I didn't want that exactly. It's like duplicating everything. Subscriber lists, and you can see stats. The biggest one is how we're gonna grow the most is actually with an email list. So if you use it just for the email list and nothing else, you'll be getting a lot out of it just for the email list.
Okay. Yeah, because I really did want to get an email list
So
started. I
yeah,
had been thinking
that's a
about that.
good place to start, and then maybe dip into the other stuff little by little as you see it.
Source.
But start it with email.
Yep.
Okay.
The source says, yeah, email is big. And I seen your comment that you sent me some media over. I will check that email out, source, and we'll get you lined in there, man. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just now starting to kind of feel comfortable enough Doran to start reaching into different other opportunities, because honestly, man, it's took me months to just get comfortable with YouTube. Just YouTube. Just YouTube. Just get comfortable with just YouTube, and then now I feel like that maybe I could handle, creating an email list and keeping up with it and make sure that I'm able I just want to be able to properly manage things, because I know for me, if I start out wrong, it'll be hard for me to get rewrited because it'll be way wrong. So I just want to start off in the correct.
I have not seen Big Jack. To your question, I haven't seen the link from StreamYard yet. So it's only
for
like what we were talking about, or I was talking with Big Jack about this. It's like TikTok is right now, a separate thing. You can go live from your phone, from the Substack
I'm
app.
looking. I'm going to. Yeah. Let's see here. See something here. Sorry, guys. Okay, let me.
Yeah, we all have that message that we want to get out, and there's someone out there waiting for you. Maybe you already put it out, maybe you haven't yet. Maybe you're thinking about it up here. Someone out there is waiting for that piece of content. Someone out there is waiting for that message that you put out, or that you're going to put out. Put that message out and let the people know it's out there.
Very well said.
All right, I
Very
think
well
I
said.
found something from the source. Let's see here. Source. I see you now, man. You just gotta realize that I don't do emails real good yet. So I did find I got you, and we're gonna work on playing that for you here in just a second. I just found it. Cash App giveaway Saturday. Y'all are invited. Y'all have been part of my journey. We see you there, Destin Recover. We appreciate that. Yeah, I'm gonna play it here in just a second, Source. As soon as it comes, as soon as it gets done loading. Shout out to you though, Destin to Recover. I'm proud of you, man. You've been on it. I've seen you. Because I've been to several different places, and sometimes I'm just in the background. Sometimes I'll chime in.
Yep.
Depends on what's going on. I feel like that I don't need the recognition of them shouting my name out sometimes to feel like I support them. And sometimes I don't have time to chime in, and I just know I'm not in a position to talk back and forth, so I just don't say nothing. I just hit the like button and listen for a while. But I see you. I see you there all the time, man. Lighting it up, lighting it up. So shout out to you. Shout out to you, Big Jack. We always appreciate Big Jack here at Creating Change, and Guy and Shine and Tommy. We just appreciate you being part of our little journey and part of everything that's going on. So while I'm waiting on that to finish, I'm going to promote Big Jack and We Be Jamming. He invited Guy and Shine over to be part of that individually, but he invited Guy and Shine over to do us to be a part of it. And then there was Heavy Hitters Band as well as Double Roses Twins. It was fun, cool, exciting. It was neat, something fun to do. So we push you up, Big Jack. Thank you. We appreciate you. Yeah. Be right back, guys. Good vibes.
Get ready to groove to the rhythm of excitement as We Be Jammin' Live takes you on a thrilling musical adventure. With a spin of the wheel, our talented musicians spin into action, bringing you an unforgettable experience of music, energy, and entertainment. From classic hits to modern tunes, our talented artists will have you singing along and dancing to the beat. So, sit back, relax, and let the music take you on a wild ride. Do you have what it takes to be one of the 5 to be on the next We Be Jammin' Live?
Yeah. Shout out to
Let's
you.
say shout out to Guy and Creating Change. That ad there is proof. Make your 30-second, make your 60-second video, send it to Guy, and he'll find a place to prop you up when his streams, but in between his music and Shine's music.
The source, I seen you. I'm sorry if it was for this morning. I don't know if that's what you meant. But it would work out great, like for your stuff where you do your 5 questions with the source, and it's something that that we can push out, a couple times a morning for a week or so. And it gives me a chance to find them, locate them, and get them down here into the studio. I'm waiting on it to process. It's probably, I just wanted to prove to you that, yeah, I do, that we will do it. We just, I just seen your email, you know what I mean, this morning. So
you got to get it in, load it up, and all
yeah,
that
and I
good
just
stuff.
responded to his email this morning. So apparently the source is more, maybe a little bit more organized at keeping up with stuff, because I just seen his stuff this morning and sent it to him, and then he already got back to me. By golly, he's on point. So,
There you go.
but just
Source.
know that it's not purposeful that I didn't get it up here. It's just because I'm getting used to the whole idea that emails are coming in, and now it's like they're coming in. So, thank you, and I appreciate you just trying. And I will. Oh, I see. All right, it's up here. This is the source of inspiration. 3 minutes and 7 seconds. We're going to play this for the source so he knows that we were serious. So, guys, we'll be back in 3 minutes and 7 seconds.
We can't be
Shout out.
responsible for anything that happens
yeah,
in this
didn't
video.
get that. Hey,
Full
so-
disclosure, it's
Yep.
not been proved.
Yeah.
Whatever
Uh-oh.
happens, there's no liability, hopefully.
And just know that planes do still fly to Hawaii.
Yeah, we'll find
Okay?
you.
Okay?
We will
There's
find
only
you.
so many daggone islands. All right, we'll
Been watching the news.
You think hula girls is all you got to worry about? You wait till I step off the plane.
With a hula skirt on. Roll
You ain't
film.
seen- yeah, you ain't seen Scary yet until you ain't. You don't know.
6'1" man in a hula skirt
You
and a
don't
couple of
know.
cocoa nuts.
Yeah, you'll find the Hawaiian Sasquatch they've been looking for. Dang, there it is.
Albinos.
Yeah,
What
man.
are you doing
Yeah.
out here?
Yeah,
Whoop,
looking like
there
a
it is.
crooked back, hairy crack frog. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, y'all. Hey, appreciate you guys being here. Shout out to you. Shout out to the source, man. Just a solid member of the community and just doing outstanding work over there on his channel. We appreciate you being part of Guy and Shine. Appreciate you being part of Creating Change, and just appreciate what you're doing for the community. So shout out to you. This is a 3-minute little video by the source called The Source of Inspiration Genius, and I can't read the rest of it. So I don't know.
sounds like quite a
Not because it's
title.
bad words, I just can't see the rest of the title, So
Yep, alright.
I haven't seen this, so hey,
It's on you, man.
I am kind of responsible for the, but I'm not. So I'm just, this is all the source.
All
The
right.
source. The source.
Let her
Shout
roll.
out to you, the source. See y'all in a few minutes. Good vibes, guys.
Good vibes.
The Source Inspirations. Daily Source Inspirations. The Source Daily Inspirations. The Source Daily Inspirations. The Source Daily Inspirations. Welcome to the Source of Inspiration. 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 Welcome to your daily source of inspiration. Welcome to your daily inspiration source. Welcome to your daily source of inspiration. Welcome to your daily source of inspiration. Did you know that every day is a holy day? You know, like a holiday, but like, you know, God, the source. Every day is a holy day. Not just a holiday, but a holy day. Okay, we have March 12th holidays. Happy Girl Scout Week, everybody. Yeah, get some cookies. Yo, it's National Working Moms Day. Yay, working moms. Hey, go out and plant a flower if you get a chance. It's Alfred Hitchcock Day. Ooh, spooky. Hey, National Baked Scallops Day. Maybe you can make some scallops. It's Aztec New Year. Woohoo! Dolphin Awareness Month. Hey, everybody, you aware of the dolphins? World Day Against Cyber Censorship. World Glaucoma Day, everybody. Hey, Adopt a Rescued Guinea Pig Month. Woo! On this day in history, the Truman Doctrine is proclaimed in 1947. 1938, Hitler invades Austria. 1930, Mahatma Gandhi embarks on his Salt March. In 1918, Moscow becomes Russia's capital city. A couple births, you know, Mitt Romney's birthday, Liza Minnelli, Jack Kerouac. Wow. 20 fun facts about the month of March. Alright, skipperoo. Okay, March was once considered the first month of the year. Wow. March symbolizes transformation and new growth. March has 2 birth flowers. March has 2 birthstones. March is the best month for basketball and the worst month for productivity. March Madness. March is the most popular month for vasectomies. What the? March was named after Mars, huh? The planet Mars, huh? The Ides of March led to Caesar's downfall. Yeah, that's probably good enough. 8's good. All right, thanks.
Well done.
All
Well
right.
done,
Shout
man.
out to the source. Appreciate you sending that over, man.
I
Thank
did
you.
not know it was the month of vasectomies. I did
Yeah,
not know
I
that.
didn't
learned
know that.
something today.
Now I do.
I cringed when I heard
Now I
it.
do.
Like, oof.
Now I have a better knowledge of
Well,
the
I
month, and
still got some time before the month's over, I guess.
yeah,
Wanted to jump.
yeah. I mean, you know,
Well, you got
I-
February
you
and
know.
then you got March.
yeah. I mean, you know, shout out to you, man. Appreciate you.
Oh, man.
Nah, good job, man. It was fun.
Feedback.
Critique? What kind? I mean, I think it
Critique?
speaks for itself.
I
The
mean,
month of March is full of stuff.
I think it was excellent.
Yeah, man.
I like how it went from the source. I'm like, where is this?
I was
going?
getting. I was like,
I was
gonna-
about
I was
to be
gonna-
like, we're gonna cut this now.
I was gonna approach it, but no, I was actually gonna let it play. But then I was gonna be like, all right, that's your commercial for us for the year.
Yeah, that's it. You got one shot.
Because I got tired of. I was like, all right, wait a minute now.
But then
Like,
he caught me
is
with
he
the
messing
twist.
with us?
When he
Because
went
are
to
you
the
trying to
holiday.
ruin the show by the sword? The sword.
Source.
The sword. And I'm
source.
thinking, okay, there's
The
got to be a
source.
point to this other than the sword.
Repetition,
So,
repetition, hypnosis.
yeah. I laughed
Here's
because
a
I
bunch
was
of
like,
interesting facts.
yeah,
What I had
yeah,
was to make it under either 30 seconds or a minute.
yeah.
Keep it to that time length because of
Yeah.
attention spans and everything.
Yeah, that's a good point,
Yeah.
Tommy. That's a good
Yeah,
point.
it is, and yeah, yeah. You had me wondering for a second, the source. I
Yeah.
was like, man, what
You
in the
did.
world did he do
It
here
was
for
just part of
3
the
minutes?
plan. I'm sure he
Yeah,
planned
because
that.
I was like, if he's just gonna do this the whole time, like okay, but that's gonna be the commercial you get for the whole year. Like, I'll see you next year. You give us one, and we'll play it one time, and we'll do it again. But no, it was cool, man. Thank you
Good
for
work.
sharing it.
Great work. Great work.
But as I told you in the email this morning, we're trying to do like 30 to 40-second little promo clips for like shout out videos for what you got coming up. So like with your 5 questions with the source, then if you can put me something 30, 40 seconds together that I can run continuously, like, or not continuously, but like throughout the course of the day, be able to hit it several different times for different audiences that might be in here throughout the morning, that would be outstanding. You know what I'm saying? And then like if you have like a song or like with that, comedy skit, stuff like that, then I, we'll add other things in as well. But like for the shout outs for your channel and the things that you got coming up, and that's going to be always changing, like you're not always going to have the same one, then 30, 40 seconds, so that throughout the morning we can do like with
A couple
We Be Jamming.
times. Yeah.
I can hit it and we can use it as a break in between and stuff. So yeah, you get what I'm saying. But first time kind of trying to reach out through emails and stuff for me, man. I'm learning how to do all this. So thank you. I appreciate you giving us a chance, and I'll get better.
I really enjoyed the curtain bed section. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. That was great.
Yeah.
That was-
Well, he's
Yeah.
got one of those sense of humors too that you
Trending.
have to listen because
That's
you
not
have to.
important.
It's like you have to listen because
Seen
he's
an
gonna have.
astronaut. That seems
He's gonna have
important.
some type of edge on the comedy. It's not gonna be just a straight up.
No.
It's gonna be some type of little bit of a
Think
hook
about it.
in there.
Think
So it's
about
like
it,
you have to listen. So it's like But yeah, man. Yeah, something that it's just something so that we can do it several times for you, and get it out there. Like if it's a 30-second for even 20 seconds, like something that's fast that can give us time to get a drink of coffee or a drink of soda or whatever. A quick 20, 30 second, whatever. But in the same way with you, Miss Boogie Time, I see you in here now, and I'm able to approach you now without having to try to type it or anything like that. If you want to put together a 20, 30-second little promo of the things you have going on from week to week, and you would like us to run it like we do with Big Jack's We Be Jamming thing, I know that you're capable of doing those types of things, and you do good, if you would like to share something over through the email and have us put it in here so that throughout the morning we can push you up and we can promote you, then I would love to be able to do that. I would love to have that. So I'm just throwing it out there that if you would like to be able to do that, then we're offering that. When the source heard me say it before, he emailed me and I tried to explain in the email, 30, 40 second for like promos, and then if you want to send like a comedy clip or a song or about 3 minutes long or something that maybe we can add in from time to time and stuff. But I'm just saying that, like, for you, you've been here for a long time, and I've meant for you to know that, so that we have the capability that if you share it over to us, we will definitely run a 30, 40-second little promo thing week to week for you. I know you do different things on your lives and different topics and stuff, and I would love to just be able to do that if you wanted us to, but not a not a
To
big
wrap
deal.
up, good to go along with we're all doing
Yeah.
different things. There's 4 major types of content. Guy in Shine's doing one that's entertaining, entertainment. We're also here to, some people are educating or informing, and I'm always forgetting the one last one. Entertain, educate, inform, and there's one more, and I always forget
Review videos.
one.
Is it popular content? I don't know.
Inspire,
Maybe
inspirational content,
motivational.
motivate,
Yeah,
inspire.
motivational.
There you go. You
Yeah.
got it. You got it.
Yeah. Well, and there's just, I mean, here on our channel, as you said, we are listed as a entertainment channel, but it's like this. You guys are part of our entertainment. When you give us a 20, 30, 40-second clip, then you give us part of our entertainment by saying, okay, well, here's another community member that offers this. this is what they have going on, because people may like what we do, but they also may like what's going on there too. And it may also be like, well, hey, I really love music and I love comedy and I love talking about certain things, but I also love this, and I'm gonna go over here now, so and see them for a little while.
And
So
also,
that's
the more
just
spaces you can get your face, the better. You
yeah,
know what I
man.
mean?
Yeah,
So,
so that's just things that we're offering because we got some great little promos that Big Jack first sent to us. He's send over and kind of help us see what that was available, and then Brother Tommy's got his stuff on here now. We got one from the source that came in, and just different things. Yeah, and I did tell you're 1,000% right on that. The source, I did say 3 minute video max. Now, if you have a song, something like that you're doing, that we understand that I don't do that. Like, you can send a song over it, whatever it is, but
What I'd love to
if I
see,
don't put a time frame on it, the source, if I don't make a stipulation about that, we can't have 15-minute videos of people doing whatever it is that they want to do. That's
No.
not a promotional video. That's that they need to come to your channel and sit down and get a bag of popcorn and watch.
even a song at 3:30, 3:45.
Yeah,
it's
like,
it's hard
yeah.
to keep a person. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
shout out to Bob Dylan, but I don't want no 12-minute song.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
12-minute song.
saying? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
dude, yeah.
Oh, dude.
He
Yeah.
goes 7-8 minutes on average.
Yeah,
with
dude.
songs.
Or
Yeah.
isn't like
For
Stairway
real.
to Heaven a really long
Oh
song?
yeah, oh yeah,
but
it's
they never
ignorant
played
long.
it the same twice, so it doesn't really count. You know what I mean? It is a long song, but like
I
Dylan
see
would
you
just be
for
up
it,
there
Grady.
like, yeah, and Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
You know, and then 20 minutes later, like a Rolling Stone.
Let me ask a question. Is there any out there in this community any comedians? I'd love to see a comedy sketch.
No,
Definitely
there's
not
no
the two
comedians.
people
There's
you're
definitely
talking
not
to
comedians
right
in
now.
this community, Tommy.
Definitely not, Tommy.
I learned
No.
a magic trick. But anyway,
Next
oh,
subject.
no,
What a question. What a question. Have
I'm
you
sorry.
not seen this show?
yeah.
Well,
You
it's
for it,
entertainment.
Granny, I see you.
No,
I
I'm
see
just
you.
screwing around with you.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
actually,
well, absolutely. We take
it's-
comedy skits.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's now that I got a bit more motivation, I'm going to start doing some more of the stuff I was doing last year.
Shout out to Sister Belinda and
Been
E-Block.
working on like a full set, and there's a place in town here that I've gone to a couple times, so I've got pretty good reviews. So I want to build it into an hour. That's something I want to talk to you about, actually.
All right. Yeah, man. I love it. Shout out to Sister Belinda. Now that we've talked about comedy skits, then we're just going to have to give y'all a little bit of Sister Belinda. This is a little skit that she sent over for us to share. Shout out to Sister Belinda there.
Howdy, Belinda, E Block 2075. They tried to put me in charge of the prison newsletter. I called it the E Block Echo. Got a great ring to it, right? And then I filled it with important updates like who's got the best jailhouse tattoo this week, and which guard actually delivers mail, and which one is hoarding our love letters like a romance novel. Such a villain. I also wrote a horoscope section. If you're a Taurus, it's a good day to trade your last honey bun for a favor. If you're a Gemini, don't start nothing at the domino table, please. You ain't gonna win. The guards shut me down when I ran a piece of exposing the kitchen staff for watering down the gravy.
That's priceless. That's priceless.
Shout out to Sister Belinda. Hey, I see you, Fort Granny. Shout out to you, Fort Granny there. I see you there, my friend. Oh, she's been part of my little journey now for months, ever since it feels like I first started on YouTube. She's been a part of my little journey, and always one of the most uplifting commenters in the comment sections that you'll ever have come to your page. Always just giving feedback and just pushing us up and saying hi to my family. So shout out to you, Euphoric Granny. I appreciate you being part of this journey, and we appreciate you being here with us. So thank you. I encourage any of you, if you haven't been to see Euphoric Granny, go check her out. She's just cool. and just awesome people, and does some really cool little videos. And she's actually really good at the editing thing and all that. She doesn't do a whole lot of it as far as like over editor stuff, but you can tell she knows what time it is. She knows how to use her stuff. She knows what's going on. But shout out to you. I appreciate you. The Source, thank you. Appreciate you sending that over, and we'll get better at how to, I'll get better at making sure I make sure I see updates and check for things. And definitely want to push you out there, and appreciate you letting us be a part of your journey. And we want to be a part of your journey. Shout out to Miss Boogie Time. She has great music. My wife and I, last Saturday morning, because I try to either Saturday or Sunday morning, I try to get to my people that have been part of my journey forever on this thing, because that's how I roll. And because that's the ones I'm going to stay loyal with. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can only spread out so much, but I'm going to stay loyal there. So me and my wife, we turned it on, and we listened to a few of her songs on just let them play through. And that's how we enjoy, and that's how we do things. Because I can't spread out but so far, and you guys understand that, like, you can only spend so many hours a day trying to visit other people, but also, like, I feel it's important,
also
like,
creating, like, the idea is,
well,
like, you're a creator, right? So, like, if you're creating and you're visiting and it takes a lot of time, man. Like,
yeah.
you gotta,
Well, and you're like, it's like you're trying to grow your channel, but I'm also trying to know in my heart, like, okay, for the people that's been a part of my journey,
from day one, man.
from day one, hey, like I've told you guys from the beginning. Now, it ain't that like that with Miss Boogie Time. I'm not speaking about her in general, because I do like her music, and I do enjoy going and just being a part of her journey. But like, for those people that's been a part of my stuff and been a part of my little world, hey, it don't matter what you put out. When I come over to see your page, I'm gonna watch something, I'm gonna look at something, and I'm gonna watch it through, because I just appreciate the fact that you've been coming and being a part of mine. And it doesn't even matter to me what your stuff is. It matters to me that you're doing something that you like and something that you enjoy, and I'm gonna give you that 5-10 minutes, whatever it is, that video it is, 15 minutes, then I'm gonna give it to you and let her go. So that, because I mean, it's like, I don't know, it's like I know how it is trying to grow a channel. It's like, okay, you see this circle and you're like, okay, I can keep up with this, but then I see that, okay, I grow a bigger circle. Well, I'm only going to be able to keep up with so many. Only going to be able to really keep up with so many. Like, I want to be a part of a few of y'all's journey. Tommy, he was like my first real, honest to goodness, other than my wife, my kid, and my best friend. He's the one I can remember being somebody that was there, like, ever since I started on my little journey. We ran into each other through Sean Cannell's one live that I went to months ago. And that's how we wound up meeting through networking like that. And here we are, still riding together, doing our thing. And same way with Miss Boogie Time. She's been a part of my little YouTube crew and journey since it seems like I started. So you have those people. Same way with you, Shine. Been kind of a part of my little journey since the start. And now, like with The Source, been here for a while. And Big Jack. People like that, like, that you're going to try your best to keep up with them throughout this little journey. Absolutely. No matter how big you get, because their names are going to mean something to you. Yeah. It doesn't matter how many people come in, it's going to be like, okay, these people right here, I remember them from back when I very first started, when like they were here with me for a long time. Like, they've been here, so that's the cool part of this little thing. But anyway, shout out to everybody here. Herstipe, I see you there, like number 19. We appreciate you. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Double tap that screen for you fellas.
Tap that screen.
Shout out to Chris the Flash. Shout out to Chris the Flash, man. The double tap king. Appreciate you being here. Thanks everybody, man. This is Guy and Shine, and we got Brother Tommy. He just shared some email stuff and some things. And Miss Boogie Time, you have a book that's coming that you have. That was it. That's exciting.
Boogie's got a book coming out? Is that what
Yeah,
I just
man.
heard?
She's got a video that talks
Sick.
about it, and the last one that she did, I actually forgot to leave her a comment in that one. I think.
This just in.
But
This
it
just
was
in.
in a
breaking news.
video.
Breaking news. What's it?
Big Jack is staying on StreamYard.
Ooh,
Hey, that's cool, Big
there
Jack.
You go. There you go.
That's
you heard
cool.
it here
Big,
first.
hey. Well,
heard
this
it
is
here
now
first.
a story. We're gonna have to have Big Jack come
Breaking
on
news.
and explain. You're gonna have to explain yourself here,
Yeah.
sir, because I was almost following you. I'm following you around everywhere, and I was like,
we
oh well, if
were.
Big Jack gonna go there, I'm going there too.
Yeah. Whatever Big Jack does, we do.
Yeah, man. Then I'd have had to switch back too, and
Yeah.
you know what a hassle that would have
Oh,
caused.
that would have
No.
been 2 months of lost work right there. 2 months
Yeah,
lost
yeah.
work.
Yeah, it's over.
We're
for me.
behind on this project. Layoffs are coming.
It's over. I'm done. It's out. I'm out of here, man. But yes, to answer your question, yeah, Boogie has a book, and she has a
Cool.
video that she talks about it in. That's on her
very
page.
cool. That's very cool.
You can go check it out and see. But man, that's cool, Miss Boogie Time. And I remember one time you was talking about different styles of how people write books, and I'm very, very, very 1,000% interested in having you share with us again, or if you would feel comfortable with coming on and talking with us about that, because I know that I can't sit down and just write a book. I'm gonna have to have some type of help, some type of steering, some type of. And I remember you talking about some different techniques, and it would just be cool to talk about that, because I would love to dig into that
It'd be
realm
cool
a
to
little
promote
bit.
your book too.
Yeah,
Just
and
saying.
promote your book
Just
as
saying.
well. Yeah,
Throwing it
and
out
just
there.
saying, just
Throwing
don't, just saying.
Pick it
Yeah,
up.
just
Throw it
saying.
back if you want.
Yeah,
Catch
yeah,
it.
yeah,
know?
yeah. But let us pick your brain as you
Yeah.
promote your book. Then we might want to just pick your brain a little bit, and find out some info. But all right, well, cool. We'll make that happen whenever is. I know that you work and you got to juggle stuff, so we will work with you on your time frame. But that would be awesome. That would be awesome, because it's not just a mindless chatter kind of deal. Like, we want to hear about your book, but you also can provide us some
She's
education
never
on
mindless chatter. She's incredibly.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
incredibly wise. Person.
it's educational stuff that you can provide just by talking about your stuff. You're going to provide some education for us, because I'd love to hear about like your process, how you went about putting words to paper. Because for me, I can tell you, I've physically tried. I can show you pages where I have tried to sit down and call and like okay, I'm gonna write a book, or I'm gonna write what.
Yeah.
And man, after you get about 2-3 pages in, it's like, man, my brain starts going into like overload, and I'm tired of writing. I'm tired of trying to write all this down, and then dictating to myself didn't work, because then I find myself like, daggone, man, I'll
Well-
never make hide or tail out of nothing I just said in this crap.
What I found worked well for me is like we tell people this when we get asked about how do you start playing guitar, right? What do we say all the time? 15 and 15, right? So 15 minutes of writing, you know what I mean? Half an hour tops. And then the next part is just leaving your linear notes for where you're going to start again, because you don't want to get sick of it, right? Because I got a couple that I've had going on for years, and it's like now it's like a whole thing, and don't want to break it into pieces kind of thing, you know what I mean? But that was hard for me because I don't write songs like on paper. They just, what comes in here when I find that chord progression, right? And then I'll go back and refine it after if I don't like something, or you buzz a note, or you do whatever. So I started using that technique, I think after she was on here the first time, because she was the first person who came on here with us. And she explained that, she wrote lyrics. And I got thinking, I'm like, well, that's how I could maybe use the same technique. So that's what worked for me. So I really appreciate it, because anytime I see anything from her, I learn something. You know what I mean?
Well,
Even if it's
yeah.
something simple, like you're not drinking enough water. I'm like, she's right, I'm not drinking enough
I mean, the
water.
whole idea, the whole concept, like the whole common sense knowledge, the whole common sense side of it makes beautiful sense to me. But what doesn't make sense to me yet and I guess it's where I guess having a publisher or having an editor or somebody that can help you make sense of the words, because I can put plenty of words. I could sit here and I know 15, 20 minutes a day. I could sit here for 2 hours a day, write some stuff down. I have enough for a book, but then taking it and
But it's
going
gotta
back
be-
through it and making hiding tails and making
Make
it
it make sense.
flow.
Right.
That's like beyond, like, whoa, like my brain starts to melt when I think about, like, oh Lord, there's no way I could go back through and try to make this like.
Well, you
But
thought-
there's tools available.
Yeah.
There's tools available.
You
so.
once upon a time thought that about YouTube, and look at you now.
Man,
Look
I
at you
can't.
now.
Oh
I mean,
man,
come on.
I still feel that way. Let's just be honest. I've learned to fake better.
Well, whatever helps you get through
know,
it, man.
And Rolaids too. Rolaids.
Rolaids.
Shout out to Roll-
not
hey,
so much
holler at
Tums,
me,
but
Rolaids. I'm just saying.
I do enjoy your flavor palette. I will tell
Hey,
you that.
shout out to Rolaids. Hey, I like them little soft, chewy. Hey, I like them little soft, chewy
My
ones.
teeth
So
are
if you
getting
need,
soft. The soft
shout out to Rolaids. You know, because as we get older, we do have a little acid reflux and an occasional little gas to deal with.
wears down the enamel on the teeth, if you know what I mean.
Shout out to Metamucil.
Sensodyne toothpaste.
Yeah. That's hey, Miss Boogie time, you read my mind. Miss Boogie, I swear, I'll show you one. I'll show you when you come on with. I'll show you that I wrote that down as a title to the book, and I have some things that I just have a couple questions that I feel like that I would love to have you share with us, because also I know that you had to go through a process of your own to write your book. So hearing your process again, and just having you share with us and have that open dialogue where we can ask some questions
Well,
would
you're
totally
hilarious. You just make me
totally
laugh.
help me. I love it. So thank you, Miss Boogie Time. I appreciate you. We always do, and we'll make that happen whenever you let us know that works good for you. We'll have you come on for a little while and talk about it, and push your book up as well. So
You dig?
you know, you dig.
Yeah.
You dig?
dig?
You dig? Yeah, you dig?
I
know?
see you. I see you.
You dig it? You dig it, man?
dig?
You gotta throw that. You gotta.
You dig?
You dig it? Like,
You gotta do
you
it
know,
like that, man.
you know. Hey, let's go. I see you. Hey, well, I tell you what. Tomorrow's Thursday, right?
Yep.
Is tomorrow Thursday?
Tomorrow
hey,
is Thursday.
Miss Boogie Time. I don't know how much time that you need for, like, I don't know what I don't like to put you on the spot like that, but like if you would like to come on tomorrow, you know, at what, you know, you let us know what's available for you, and then we'll make it happen for the show tomorrow.
Whenever you
We're
want.
you know, we're still at that point where we can do it that way. So, you know, just if you say down here that we'll start telling people now, and if we do a show tonight, we'll let people know tonight, and then we'll start letting people know the morning as soon as we come on, and we'll have you come up and share with us. So, you know, you tell us, because I know that you work, and I like to work around those types of schedules where I'm not going to hold you to. You know, I don't like to do
Or
that
Friday.
because I know how things are.
Friday's easier. Whatever
Or
works for
Friday
you. You let us
is
know.
fine.
You
let us know. You're the boss.
You're the
You
boss.
let us know. You tell us what we're doing, and
dig.
it'll probably be better than what I decide. So I'm gonna roll with it. Yeah, Friday. Yeah, I'm telling you, we have time.
We'll
We
make
have
it work.
time either day for you. You tell us. So Friday
Friday,
is great.
tell us what time, and we'll have it set for you.
Yep, you stick a time down there, and we'll have it. And like I say, I'm learning how to do little commercials and little promos. I don't know if I'm fat. Like I'll see what. Let's see, Friday, because Thursday we have. Okay, I got you. 11 a.m. Yeah. Are you Eastern Standard? Is that Eastern Standard Time for you, Miss Boogie Time? Because that would be perfect for us if that's perfect for you.
I think you're Central, aren't you?
I'm not sure. I'm not 1,000%. That's
No, she's
Eastern.
USD. Okay, cool. All right.
Okay,
perfect.
East. Okay, well tomorrow then. Yeah.
Friday,
I'm gonna
right?
write it down on my little piece of paper, and then I'll do something here and have it to where Miss Boogie Time tomorrow
Is it tomorrow or Friday though?
or not tomorrow, but Friday,
Friday,
at
yeah.
11.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna write it down here so that I'll have that because I got Jimenez stuff and so Miss Boogie Friday at 10 or at 11. Friday 11 EST.
Yep.
Cool. And we're gonna talk about Miss Boogie Time's book, and we're gonna talk about other stuff, and we're gonna learn some stuff. And while we got a genius on hand, we're gonna pick her brain, and because now Miss Boogie's very smart, and I would love to just hear what she has to say about that. So very cool. That's awesome. Thank you, Miss Boogie Time. We look forward to having you on and share about that. Actually, you're right. You reminded me of that. She was our very first, true guest of Guy and Shine.
And she did an excellent job.
Yes.
As she always does. So yeah.
Shout out to you.
Appreciate
You were, and I think we even made the promise then that for Miss Boogie Time and for those that's been on our show, anytime you reach out, that if we have time to bring you up for a couple minutes and let you promote something you got going on, then you always have that option. All you have to do is reach out, let us know, and we'll pull you right on up and give you that time just like a commercial or anything. Yep, first guest, indeed. Yeah, that's awesome. So thank you. We appreciate it. Now you're going to be another guest, and now this time we're gonna
turn up the heat.
Yeah, we're gonna get a notepad and we're gonna
we're gonna write it down.
We're gonna take notes and we're fact checking.
And then
we're fact
eventually
checking.
We might do something.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
We're up to
Eventually, man.
Eventually. I see you, Phil. Die.
A fermenting period.
Let it ferment.
Yeah,
I think that's the right way. I think that, or maybe culture, or
I like fermenting better, so
I like it too. It does have a few more syllables too, and I like that. Makes me sound smart.
I've been fermenting about it for the past
month. Yeah. Everybody uses thinking.
Exactly.
Laugh out loud. I see Boogie Time. That's funny. Man, it's funny. Gen X, good morning.
What are we at? 137.
Dude, we're at 136, man.
Holy smokes.
Dude, we're rocking and got 15 in the house, bro. Lester Crochet's in the house. What's up, Lester Crochet? Good to have you. We appreciate you being here. Thank you. Yep. We appreciate you. Thank you very much for being here, everybody. Got 14 in the house. Shout out to each and every one of you. We appreciate all of you stopping in and spending some time with Guy and Shine. And we got Tommy on this morning, hanging out with us while we got 15 in the house. I'd like to just push up Heavy Hitters Band. Yep. And say that we appreciate being a part of your little journey, and we appreciate being a part of Big Jack's Storytime journey, and we've been pushing up We Be Jamming. We just did that promo just a little bit ago, and now we're going to play a song that he shared with me. His son's in this band, and these fellas are just outstanding musicians. We appreciate the uniqueness. We appreciate the style. I personally love the funk.
Oh, man. I love that wizard on the keyboard.
Yeah, the keyboard, man, yeah, dude. I'm eat up with it. I'm over here and I don't even drink no more or nothing, but I'm like, my wife had to be like, what in the world is he? Because she can't hear the videos. It's all coming out in my head. All she can hear was me, I'm a little drunk right now. And I sound like craziness because I can't hear myself. Dude. It's like, I can only imagine. She's like, oh my God, please tell me. Please tell me.
She's still sticking around, and that's what counts.
Yeah,
God love her.
Yeah. No, but she loved the song. She was like, the music with it's better, but you screaming out, she's like, I was like, what in the world is wrong with this man?
I hope he's not a little drunk.
I hope everything's all right. I'm going back to sleep. I'm going back to sleep. I still hear him, so that means he's breathing. I'm going back to sleep.
The blanket looks like it's moving. We're
yeah. I wake up in the middle of the night. This guy's trying to 10 in the morning Eastern time, Monday through Friday.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like, share, subscribe, double tap. Oh, you ought to see the mirror in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Fingerprints everywhere. I'll double tap it. Double
Footage
tap
to
for
come.
your boys.
Footage
Double
to
tap.
come.
Yeah, it's like,
Footage to come.
golly, man. Eat up with it, bro. Shout out to everybody here, 14
Appreciate you
House.
guys.
This is Heavy Hitters Band. This is Guys Shine, and we got Brother Tommy with us here. This is Good Vibes. Appreciate y'all. See you in just a few minutes. 303, guys.
I'm a little drunk right now, but you would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now, but you would never know it. I'm a little messed up, or whatever you call it. I had your number saved and I thought, well, shoot, I might as well call it. You're probably still with what's your name? Yeah, sure, of course you are. See, I don't care. I met a fine girl at the bar. Said, I'm a woman you will ever be. I think her name was Lena. Way too much tequila, was it? Yo, Serena, but anyway, I'm doing good. Great. Oh, by the way, your favorite band is gonna be in town, and I'm the whole day get delayed. And I know you gotta take it right up close there to the stage. And you hear about cancellation, just a studio Tanqueray. But you ain't asked who's opening up, but we're headlining is what they say. And now we're here standing face to face, screaming, I'm a little drunk right now. You would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now, but you would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now, you would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now. I'm a little insecure and I hate the bore. You already know it. I'm an undiscovered poet, performer with rockstar motives. Let me tell you something that not many people have ever noticed. But I'm scared of being vulnerable. And I'm scared of commitment, but obviously, yeah, whatever. Who is it? I bet if I called you, you'll be right at my spot in about 5 minutes. And you're gonna delete this voicemail, God forbid your man think I'm in it. I'll say this to you, you might get offended, but I'm a little drunk right now. But you would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now, but you would never know it. I'm a little drunk right now. Oh, I'm a little drunk right now. I know you're doing your best to, but I won't let you forget me. I know you're doing your best to, but I won't let you forget me. I want you to know I can love myself on my own, but I'm a little drunk right now. I'm a little drunk right now.
Yes. Good job to the heavy hitters. Shout out to you again. Shout out to Big Jack Story Time. We appreciate everybody being here. Shout out to
Undiscovered
everyone.
poet with rockstar motives. That's an
Yeah,
excellent
man.
line. That's an
Yeah,
excellent
that
line.
hey, I tell you what, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they got it going on, bro. I can't wait to get to talk to them. I keep saying it. You ain't gonna get the Heavy Hitters Band name out of my mouth until you come on and talk to Guy in China. I'm gonna keep saying it, and it's gonna be like, man, I'm sick of him talking about us. I'm like, well, then
Go
come on,
here,
talk
say,
to me
"Stop
then.
talking about us."
Oh, yeah, it's always gonna be good, but they're gonna get tired of hearing all the good things. They're gonna be like, dude, all right, fine, we'll come on and talk to you. Now please. So no, but seriously, man, I would love to just get to hang out with. As a matter of fact, I'll be honest with you, I'd love to just get to one time jam with them. I ain't gonna lie, or just hang out with them and just
Put it out there.
just-
You just put it
you
out
know,
there. See
throwing
what
it out
happens.
there. Hey, but they was right down the road from me, bro,
That's
and I
crazy.
missed them. But one day, I think when I was on with Big Jack on Iron Sharpening show, one of the times, and I got to meet his son, and they were just down in Lewisburg, or right there, and that's where I went and I got the wood for my guitar and stuff. Like it's right. Like me and my wife could have easily just showed up there and been like, "Hey, what's up, man? I'm here." And now that's support, bro. I'd have been there for him too, cause that would have been cool to be able to, like, personally go and meet him and let him know, like, I told you, I told you, I'd drive out and see you, man, cause I missed him just by a little bit, but I'll catch him one of these days there. I'll show up and I might accidentally have my guitar with me.
I won't be by
Because
accident at all.
you go that far
It's
away.
a one-man band drum thing going in his guitar.
Well, you go that far away, you don't want to not have your instrument.
Be
Because what if I
unprepared.
was just out frolicking around and somebody's like, "Hey, man, you want to jam?" And then I'm like, "Oh, I don't have my guitar."
Yeah.
That would be dumb.
That
So
would
I
be
just
dumb.
try to make sure I have it with me, and just in case,
Yeah,
shout out to you guys.
never know.
We're just shout out to you guys. We're just saying. But no, you guys did a good job with that,
Great
man. That's a
job.
cool,
Great work.
cool original tune by the Heavy Hitters band, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Big Jack, Miss Boogie Time. Looking forward to seeing you Friday at 11 Eastern Standard Time. We appreciate that. We're gonna talk about her book, and we're gonna just have a good conversation about the processes and everything that she uses and is knowledgeable of, and just shout her out and let her be the limelight as she is. So thank you, Euphoric Granny. I see you there. I see you. Shout out to Euphoric Granny. I just enjoy having you a part of our journey. Thank you. She said she changed the words up in the song. I seen you rewriting the song in the comment section there. Hey, I see you. I see you. I see you. I didn't know you was a songwriter too, but I see you
There
there.
you go.
That's
Twist on
funny, man. Yeah, did
Yeah.
you see?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, she's got her own little parody going. I see you going right
That's
there,
good,
girl.
man.
Yeah, man, that's so fun, man. Cool. Bless the Crochet Granny. I connected with your channel. Yeah, that's cool, man. Hey, shout out to you, Bless the Crochet. I came over and I appreciate it. Thank you for sharing that. I did not leave you a comment. I was gonna just let you know when you came back in that I came over, and I appreciate you. And I do, send up prayers for your family and for your loss. And I'm always honored when somebody has something that they would like for me to do, if they're willing to ask me if I can, especially that kind of stuff. And when it comes to songs and singing, so I was honored to sing that song for you. And I was honored that you feel like it was a blessing for you. That's wonderful. So thank you. I appreciate the kind words, and most importantly, I just appreciate being part of good things like that. So shout out to you, and shout out to you for what you're doing on your channel. I was there. I watched the whole video. I didn't leave a comment because I wanted to address it when I seen you come into my chat. So I thank you, and I appreciate you. Shout out to you. Bless the Crochet. We're all thinking of you, and I'm sending up prayers for your family, and I appreciate you inviting me into your channel home and making me a part of it. So thank you. Thank you very much. And I also appreciate you asking permission. That was honorable, and I thank you. Very appreciated. So shout out to you. Appreciate you being here. I see you, Phil. Doc. I see you, brother. Thank you. Thank you again for coming in. I appreciate you hanging out with us, man. We're just getting ready to wrap it up and call it a day. It's been a good show. We're actually way over time. It's coming up on 2:00 now.
That's all right.
But yeah, that's all right, man. Yeah, we're actually doing really well. It feels good. Not in the house. Shout out to everyone here. We always appreciate everybody hanging out with us, and
Yes, we do.
it's been a good morning. But is there anything else that you wanted to touch on, Shine or Tommy, before we call it? Because I'm pretty well.
All I want to say is just keep doing all the wonderful work, all of you are doing, and we appreciate all of you. Be safe. Tell the ones you love them, and keep on shining. Good vibes.
Indeed, I like that. Good vibes to all of you. Appreciate you guys. Tommy, is there anything that you wanted to share before we call this a wrap for the day? All right, good talk.
One thing real quick.
Next subject.
When you all win, I win.
Hey, man.
Absolutely, I love that.
I like
I love
that.
that. He's a man of few words.
But they
But
are
man, when he
spoken
brings it,
wisely.
he's in there, and
Drop
I
that
mean,
mic. Drop it. Drop it all the way to the ground. You got it. He got it.
yeah, it's like nothing else to say about that, brother. You're at 100% right. Shout out to brother Tommy Kenyon, keeping it real media. He's a friend of the Guy and Shine Show, a friend of Creating Change, and just an outstanding community member. And we push him up, and Ben's we're pushing him up right now, and we're saying something good about him. Then we're gonna let him tell his own story because he does it best.
Hey, I'm Tommy Kenyon, your tech content creator and digital content pro. With cutting edge AI guidance, I craft segments like interactive audio or video audio sync tutorials and more. I deliver clear step-by-step digital solutions that make your projects shine, practical, fast, and ready to roll. Hire me to bring your tech vision to life. Let's create something epic together.
Shout out to brother Tommy. One more quick shout out to brother Big Jack. We appreciate you being part of Guy and Shine. We appreciate you being part of Creating Change. Most importantly, I appreciate the newfound friendship in you, sir. So thank you. I appreciate you and push you up always. Thanks for being such a pillar of our little community, man. So shout out to you, brother.
Get ready to groove to the rhythm of excitement as We Be Jammin' Live takes you on a thrilling musical adventure. With a spin of the wheel, our talented musicians spin into action, bringing you an unforgettable experience of music, energy, and entertainment. From classic hits to modern tunes, our talented artists will have you singing along and dancing to the beat. So, sit back, relax, and let the music take you on a wild ride. Do you have what it takes to be one of the 5 to be on the next We Be Jammin' Live?
And not to be outdone, one more little special shout out with a little bit of extra included.
Oh, do you know what time it is?
Goodbye.
We just be grooving around
Gotcha.
here.
10 in the
Playing,
morning.
driving, moving.
Eastern Standard Time.
Shout out to Cheetos and Funyuns.
Yeah.
Whoever does it. Man, whoever does those voiceovers,
They are awesome.
They are
awesome. Shout out to
pretty
anybody needing voiceover work. Just saying. I just thought I'd throw that out there. We're just networking here. But now, hey, shout out to everybody. That was my first attempt at using
love it,
Canva.
dude. I love
I don't know
it. I
how
love
to
it.
do any of that stuff, and I was like,
I don't want you to ever do another commercial. That's the only one you ever do. Dude,
I was so happy with myself. I was like, dude, I'm like pretty much a genius now. And then I saw other people's stuff and I realized that maybe not quite genius yet, but I'm growing. I'm growing.
Intermediate.
It's a transitional stage for me.
That's it.
I weaved out away from the genius line, and now I feel like maybe there might be a possibility that on up in the like if you look at it parallel, it's not running parallel. There's a little slant, so eventually, my line will catch up with the genius line. I'm not saying it's not.
A theory.
It's a slight angle. It's a slight angle.
And you know what they say about theories? They're right till someone proves them wrong, right?
Yeah, we're gonna go with it's right. We're gonna go with it's right. I've been going with it's right for the past 48 years, so I'm counting on that weave. I'm counting on that weave.
It's right.
I'm counting on it,
Right
because
is
for a
right.
long time it's been more like a trajectory away, and I'm
More of
thinking
a
that
propulsion system.
I'm just saying, and I did get a GED, and it had big letters, so that suggests that I did pretty good.
He did well. You did.
I'll show you. I got a little pie.
Hey, we got.
They give it to me like a badge. I can carry it in my pocket and throw it out there, man. Oh, and they
Just
put it
so
in
you
big
know.
letters too, and I think that was to promote like that. Man, he did good
Yeah.
because I
Well-
worked for 3 years to get that thing. You'd have thought it was a bachelor's degree.
Well,
You know what I mean?
thank all you guys for listening to us and hanging out. We appreciate every single one of you.
Hey, y'all think getting an education is expensive? You ought to try being ignorant. It's costing me a
It's gonna
fortune.
cost you a lot. He could have been a doctor 3 times over. I was supposed to be an astronaut.
Yeah, I thought they told me that I needed to intern, so I went to the doctor over and over again. Next thing you know, I was in prison trying to figure out how to come off of dope. And I still didn't get no paperwork saying I had any type of education. I don't get it.
What do you mean that I don't got a PhD?
And they think I done that for me. I was
Yeah.
doing that, and I thought that was part of the process. I thought, like, okay, I do this for a certain amount of years, and I
Yeah.
get this little thing.
When they changed the deal.
They didn't tell me I had to be wearing one of them things. I didn't know that. Didn't know that. I'd have bought me a stethoscope. I could have got me a stethoscope. I didn't know I needed a stethoscope. If they'd asked me to check somebody and see if they were still breathing, I'd have said, well, yeah, he's sitting
Probably.
fine.
I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know.
there. Yeah, he's all right.
I'm a GP. What do you want
Yeah.
from me?
Yeah, I mean, it's been several minutes since I wiped the line of drool from him. He's fine.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know.
He'll
But
shake
shout
it
out to you guys. We appreciate y'all. Appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, appreciate it. I showed that just so that I could have growth from here on, because that was probably the dumbest and simplest I could do, but I made it. I did it all on my own too. Shout out to maybe not quite on my own. There,
Coloring inside the lines.
you know. I mean, there was stuff that was already made that I kind of just hit the button for, but hey, 2 months ago I wouldn't have known to hit the button.
Hey, you're doing good. You're doing good.
2
kid.
months ago,
Keep
hey
it rolling.
man, they kept saying copy and paste, man. I had stuff all over my screen trying to glue stuff up, and it didn't do nothing. And then finally I figured out what copy and paste was, drag and drop. Shout out to HP. It's a tough computer. I dragged and dropped this thing
It's a
3 or 4
learning
different
curve.
times.
Learning curve.
It's a learning curve. It's a learning curve. You
That's
just
all it
have
is.
to understand,
Yeah.
you know. But hey, guys, appreciate everybody being here. This is Guys Shine and Tommy.
We out.
We out. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to each and every one of you. Boogie Time. Looking forward to Friday, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to Boogie Time. Shout out to everybody here in the chat room. We appreciate you. Shout out to Big Jack. Shout out to Tommy Kenyon, Gen X Effect, Desi. Everybody. Shout out to Sister Melinda there in E Block 2075, right
yourself.
around the corner. Appreciate you guys. Sean, I'll talk to you in a minute. Brother Tommy, I'll talk to you in a minute. If you want to hang around, if not, either which way, good to have you, brother. Y'all be good. See you in a little bit. I've been in a hurry since I don't know when. Gotta bring it on back. Start over again. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins a race. Yeah, slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins the race. Well, I got me a woman, yeah, she's better than most. Yeah, I get the space I need to really cut loose. Yeah, she slows it on down to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins the race. You slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, bring it on back to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins a race. You slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, bring it on back to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins the race. Yeah, slow it down. Slow it on down, guys. Good vibes only to you. Always good vibes. Always good vibes only to all of my beautiful people out there. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day.